Okay. Um, why wasn't why wasn't the fight just Daiji and and Akashi?
Because we had to have the moment at the end when Daiji blew his fucking
But that
head
could have
off.
been. It just could have been the fight. That could have just been the
Could
fight.
like
It did. We didn't
like
have
he
to
could
waste the whole episode being like, "This
with
is
all
this is Hikaru's
yeah.
big moment."
It's true. There was actually no need for that in the slightest.
I'm trying to like Kamen Rider Holy Evil. Like, what's it? Do we even have a name for this thing yet?
I don't know if we do.
Yarashi Daiji
Higashi Daiji. This
Phoenix
show's fucking awesome, by the way. I'm so tired.
forms Scorpion Man.
I
I'm sorry.
I
When was he
do
Scorpion Man?
Scorpion Man?
Daiji changed bodies with Scorpion Man in
What?
a Revice special event. Probably a fucking stage show. Yeah, it
Okay.
was a stage
Scorpion
show.
Man?
Scorpion Man.
Who?
Scorpion Man.
I don't
Um,
know.
he's from, you know Scorpion Man. There is nothing on the wiki yet about the new form.
Awesome. Oh, I know. What's so great is I literally said I want Daiji to walk up and shoot him in the head with a
Yeah,
holy justice finish, and then he did
and then he literally
literally
did exactly that.
exactly that. I
What
swear I didn't know. I promise.
a king!
Fucking hero. And we got some of Hiromi screaming, which I've so missed. Hi. That was literally the only thing that happened in that episode.
That's
Everything
literally
else
the only
was.
thing that happened in that episode.
I don't even remember it. It's
Why,
gone.
if he was going to kill Akaishi, why did he fight those troopers?
Because he can't. Because explaining would be the correct thing to do,
Right, talking
and
through
he
it.
has to make the wrong choice every single time.
Like, he beat those motherfuckers up.
He really did. Also, they had to have them in there just so they can advertise the functions that the driver
No,
has. Show a finisher. That's the only reason they were there.
no.
They didn't need to be there. He could have just walked right past Hiromi. Nothing would have changed thematically. It also helps having someone like it's the misdirect, so you think he's going to come and help Akaishi, even though no one would think that. This was a terrible episode that was great. Yeah,
Terrible episode. Worst episode, best episode.
absolutely incredible.
Oh,
I can't believe Akaishi's dead. It's so sad. He didn't even eat scenery that hard in his last scene. It was
no,
kind
he
of
didn't.
restrained, which
He
is such a
promised. He
shame.
promised he would come back. He promised us that he would come back. He'll be back in the movie or some shit.
He'll be he'll be back. They'll bring him. Oi.
Oi, oi,
I,
oi.
I was debating earlier because I was like, I need to have a shower, and I was like, I always get so sweaty doing these streams. Do I just put it off till afterwards? And I kind of wish I had because I feel like I've just run like a quarter mile, like sprinted. I'm exhausted physically. Fucking awesome. Absolutely amazing television.
Hateful.
Hellish.
What a terrible, terrible
Un-
show.
Unbearable.
We were so, something else in this episode did happen and you've forgotten it. Do you know what it was? The
Was it the
retcon.
thing? Yeah, the thing with George.
The thing with
That
George.
that's actually the worst thing I've ever seen. I can't believe that.
I can't
I'm
believe
kind of in shock.
Dedicated
Like,
5 minutes of the episode for him to
to
look at the camera and explain why we retcon George's fucking. But it doesn't even.
it doesn't because when
Okay,
did that
but
stop?
When did that stop? Did he take the demon out?
Yeah, what was that when he became demons that one time? Did that do it? Like, it for real would have been better if they'd said no. This happens all the time. This happens
I
all the
love
time
that they
in this
use that
franchise.
because we still have no we still have no consistent lore on what inner demons even fucking are or how
Yeah.
they fucking work. because now
So-
we've just learned that you can transplant your fucking demon into someone else. But so does George have two demons, or did he not have a demon? What's up with that? Does everybody have an inner demon, or just special people?
The dad doesn't have one because he took it out. That was I really can't. I really
So
can't
if
even
your inner
quite
demon-
process what they're saying.
Wouldn't that affect his personality? Because in
Because
in Iki's case and in his dad's case, if his inner demon dies, he dies.
Yes.
But in Daiji's case, if his inner demon dies, he goes through a radical personality shift.
Yes.
So does that explain, I guess, why George's dad did all that nasty evil shit, but he was already doing evil shit before then? Did it not? Like, I'm not even like mad. Like, there is no answer to this question because there is no internal logic running this show.
No, demons are just whatever.
The show does not run. Hey, Robo. Do I have a George? Do I have any George? I don't know if I have any George images. George sex images. Let me see. Let me look.
Yeah, Rob, that's literally right. Like, he's barely here at all, though. Is the thing.
He's
like,
here for me.
Yes. But like in terms of what's he done lately is make the Deathstream driver unit and like help with the Giffard Rex stuff, but like none of that needs to be him, you know.
He's just here because we're not gonna fire his actor.
No, because like the reason that he's not a villain anymore is because everyone likes him. But
and now nobody likes him.
Yeah, because he gets fucking nothing to do.
They
do you
thought
remember
they
when
had
Daiji was still clocked in, and like all George did for 4 weeks was sit at that fucking desk and say, "Man, we should do something." Like that was it for him for a long stretch of this show, and now he's just doing that somewhere else.
They thought that they had another Waz on their hands where they could make him a good guy and everybody would still eat it up, and that's Flowers' fault. But it turns out that it didn't work this time because, again, no offense to George's actor, I know he's having a good time. He is not a good actor.
No.
Tell you
Kaisuke Watanabe was quite good as was, is the thing. Like, it wouldn't have worked if he was anyone else.
I don't have a George meme, but I can give you a Daiji meme.
We take that.
We that's all I've got, sorry.
It's a good one. Also, he might actually have been able to pull it off, and do the was thing in like, because bad acting is not unheard of in this franchise.
No, he's actually Revice is
like,
the first show to ever have bad actors in it.
Yeah, it's not unheard of for people to act much worse in far more important roles. But what happened also right after they decided to make him one of the main cast is they then introduced all of the mid-season fucking nobodies.
Yeah.
Who didn't matter and wasted time.
The thing about that is that the thing about that is that George's retcon for his character also came when they were retconning literally everything about the show.
Yeah, kind of.
Like, it came in the middle of like them futzing around with Iki and, you know, everything. Like, all of it happened just all at once. And
yeah,
George got lost in the mix of like
there was just,
because now instead of George being our, you know, scientist guy, we've got his dad, we've got the weekend people. Like, I'm not putting stop fucking telling me where to put my fucking memes. This is how Ryder's going to be now. I mean, this is how Ryder has always been. It's just that this show just happens to be very egregious about it. But there's no
Really
common
common.
writer show that's none of these
Yeah, they
shows are
change their
written
minds
from
all the
beginning to
time.
end with everything perfectly out as it should be, and like
No,
no changes or
no.
retcons. This show is particularly egregious, and I think the reason is because it's a rookie writer in terms of like working with the format.
Yeah,
I mean, this guy is a novel writer, right?
I think that's
As a
right. Yeah.
novelist, you write the whole story all. Well, I mean, not like all in one sitting, but like
No, but like you have it all
nobody
down.
consumes the story of a novel until the novel is fucking done.
Yeah, so
You
you
don't
have time to change your
you
mind
don't
and go
fucking
back and
put
fix
out
bits.
you don't fucking put out chapters of a novel. I mean, not like in
Mm,
professional novel writing, right?
no,
I'm not talking
no,
about like
no.
fan fiction or shit like that. Like
Well,
you
they
don't.
used to, but
Well, that's true. They did
well,
used to like
yeah,
serials and
but
shit. But
yeah, but
like
like 100 years ago or so.
for novels, like you write the whole novel, it goes through a review process, it goes through editing and changes and stuff, and when it's done, then you put it out, right? And then that's the story is over. And then people read the whole story all at once. TV is super different from that because you don't have the time. You don't have the time to write the entire story treatment, and even if you do, that story treatment is at the whims of not only Bandai in terms of their toy sales, but also apparently fucking talent agencies who want to fucking squeeze some screen time out of their new little dickhead.
Yeah, that's kind of a first. I haven't heard of that before. That's quite like I don't like that at all. That like that an actor's like agency can just fucking crowbar this guy into mattering just because he was a background character.
Yeah.
That's really that sucks. Like
Um.
I resent Hikaru a lot for
Right.
that behind the scenes
We
bit
do
of
have to.
trivia, but he
Do have to
also
mention that's
sucks.
only just a rumor. We don't have
Uh,
actual confirmation that that's what happened with this guy.
I I can't
It's
see.
equally possible that the director or someone else on executive staff just, I don't know, really liked him or something. They saw potential in the character or the actor or
I
something. I don't
I
know.
can't imagine that because everything about what he's had feels so like put
Forced.
upon.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of it comes naturally. Like they've changed their minds about guy. I mean, Hiromi, right, was
Yeah.
that he was gonna die in the first episode, and like, but you see it, right?
Oh yeah.
Like you get it with him because he was good, but
Luca.
Hikaru,
Luca. Yeah, we're talking about Hikaru's actor, like
mm,
his like rise to being a fucking main character. Um, the Over Demon's kid. His the most prominent prevailing rumor as to why he's suddenly mattering is that his talent agency has been pressuring Toei, I guess, to like make him a writer and then include him more and stuff. Anyway, yeah, like with Hiromi, Jay's right. Like with Hiromi and even with George, there was like we all saw it too. Like this character
yeah,
is obvious. Like this actor is worth more than the character we have given him, which is why we've changed the character. It happened with Stacy. It happened with Hiromi. It happened with George for some reason.
mhm.
Like we've seen this a lot actually recently, and you see this a lot with other things too. Like a lot of the time you'll see like, especially for Sentai, you'll see somebody who auditioned for the main who didn't quite get it, but they end up getting like another part as like a villain or like a side character or something because they really liked him. It just wasn't quite what they were looking for, kind of
Which
stuff.
is that was Stacy as well, right?
That was Stacy as well. He was also auditioning for Kaito, and
Yeah,
he didn't
and they
quite
so
get it,
they
but they really liked him, so they wrote a part for him. But I mean, that
yeah
was an extreme example where they literally wrote a part for him.
yeah, which is kind of
Sometimes
fucking
for other guys,
nuts.
it's just like we make them the sixth or
Yeah,
the blue or like the side rider or like whatever,
yeah.
or we cast them in something else like um Common Rider Baron's actor auditioned for Captain Marvelous. Yep, yeah. Rob knows what I'm talking about. Rob and I are on the same wavelength.
Mhm.
Kaito's actor was actually, I believe he was actually selected for the role, but had um, a conflict and had to back out. I don't remember if he was selected for the role or if he was the runner up for the role. Whatever, regardless of the fact that he didn't get it, and then a few years later he shows up in a very prominent role in Gaim,
Mm.
and he was so good in Gaim that that they expanded his fucking role in that show too, because did you know, you probably know this, right? That Kaito wasn't supposed to get any shit at all.
Fucking amazing. I love that fact
It's
so
incredible
much.
how much worse Gaim could have been.
Imagine.
What was Gaim supposed to be like without Lord Baron?
Yeah, what was the end game initially?
I feel like the end game was supposed to be Takatora, maybe.
Yeah, maybe I can see that.
He was kind of posed in the beginning of the show to be like Kaito or what's his name? Gaim. That guy. He's supposed to be like his rival, maybe?
Oh yeah. Kota.
Kota, yeah, thank you. Like I know that guy. Maybe it was supposed to be him. I don't know, because they had the same weapon and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And they had
it's the same suit.
They had the same jingle style.
Yeah, same undersuit, same weapon.
But yeah,
similar kind of helmet.
Mango. He was only supposed to get banana and mango, and then they gave him the lemon energy shit. Which is why his energy arms suit is unique in that it retains his original undersuit because they didn't budget out to make a new undersuit for that, and then they made Lord Baron. It worked that way. It actually looked good.
Yeah,
it looked so good. I wouldn't even really consider it to be a kit bash, even though I guess it kind of is. It had a new helmet, but
yeah, but like
technically
all the suits in Gaim were kind of that. So.
Yeah. But he wasn't.
I mean, not with different belts. Remember when he'd take the one belt off
slap
and put the other belt on without de-transforming? That's fucked.
I like that. Weird. That was cool.
It's cool, but
it really stuck with me.
I really remember like the various times he did that, but like it's so weird to think about because like, where's that coming from then? there's like a small grace period where you can take it off. You get like iframes.
You can fucking idle for a second.
Yeah.
Ghost did that too.
Yeah, it's true.
Except it wasn't actually that Ghost would take the Ghost Driver off, because that's not how it actually works. Because that's not a belt. It's like it's like part of his body.
Yeah, weird.
I could never really understand if in that show if they were implying that it's always there and just invisible sometimes, or if it's like materializing. But like that, he doesn't take that belt off. That's always there. Spectre's the same way. Like the belt is always there. Like because Necron was the only one who physically has to attach his device to his arm
thing.
All the Ghost Driver riders, it's just a part of their body. But you would see in Ghost that he would like pull up the Ghost Driver and then like slap it to his waist off screen. Like it would like go out of frame and then the frame would cut and then it would be on his belt, on his waist. But he wouldn't change forms.
Yeah.
Or he wouldn't like go back to zero first. Your phone auto caps Mega Loader. I have that thing.
That's right.
It's a little too small for my wrist.
Yeah.
Or it's more like it's too small for my forearm. The wrist fits, but the forearm is too...
It's as it goes up the forearm, it just gets too much. I have something wrist mounted that has that. I can't remember what.
What do you have?
What the fuck do I have that's wrist mounted? I genuinely can't imagine what that is.
I don't know. Growl phone.
That's not wrist mounted. You just
the Silver's was.
Yeah, well, there's you having the fucking wolf one again, huh?
I don't think the toy came with the mount on the wrist, though. I don't think Merrick had his mounted on his wrist, but Silver did.
I don't think Silver did, yeah.
What a dickhead.
Fuck. The growl phone. Oh, funny.
What do you have?
That's perplexing me because I distinctly remember the physical feeling of it going around the wrist fine and then not at the forearm. And the only thing I can think of that I have that's no, I don't have a Caesar Blaster. The only things I have that like wrist mounted are old Power Rangers morphers, and those only have one strap. So what the fuck? I'm gonna have to go digging and try and remember what the fuck that is.
Wrist trap transformation devices that use gimmicks. Do we need more
Kind of crazy that they
need to
don't
make
come
up
up
one that
that
goes around the
often.
ankle. I mean, they don't come up that often because we abused the hell out of them in the early 2000s. Do you remember?
Mm,
Do you remember?
it's true,
Do you
actually.
remember Linkara's history of Power Rangers when he when we got to Wild Force, and he was like talking about the Morpher being a phone for once, and he was like,
Mm,
probably for the best, because we got to the point with Lost Galaxy where they literally were just slapping the fucking thing. Like
yeah.
there is no playability with like the Lost Galaxy one, and specifically it's just you just
No,
slap it.
that's really not great. The
Actually,
Ginga
technically
Man
in
thing
Giga Man
is
you turn the dial, and then that's it. Actually, in Giga Man you just turn the dial,
yeah,
but it
right.
but it's the same for Time Ranger.
Ginga
It's just a
Tensei.
button. You just
I was
press
gonna
the
say the
button.
Time Ranger one was fucking shitty, to be honest.
I think I had that.
I know I saw it and I thought it looked kind of cool, but like it does nothing.
The
It
posing was
flashes.
cool though. The thing
Yeah,
about those ones is that you were doing the fucking time force shit. You weren't like doing
yeah,
anything else.
nah. Somehow they did the Ninja Storm one I had.
Those were cool.
That
I
thing's
think I
fun.
had that one too.
Yeah, with the
I think
spin.
that one did have two straps though. Maybe you're thinking of that.
Maybe maybe it did. Yeah. I always wanted the Thunder Rangers one. Obviously,
I No, I didn't have
that
that.
thing is that
Dude,
thing is fucking gold dust. That's
did they
hen's
even
too.
sell the fucking Kakare ball in America in the
I
West?
they must have done.
I
No,
feel like
they
I've never
pushed
seen
the
it.
Samurai Rangers so hard. They had to
It's
have.
just a ball. It's a fucking
It is
ball.
just a ball. But like they really pushed Samurai Ranger in
Yeah,
that. So
I had a toy of him. I had the one that had the face flip
mm.
and the take the shit off and everything.
Oh, I never had that. I had a bunch of toys of the Crimson Ranger though. My
I had
guy.
Crimson and Navy. I had their bikes.
I Oh yeah, I had the bike for Crimson. I had very little Navy, which is weird because now I like that design more.
Better.
It is kind of better.
Yeah.
It's a nicer color.
Better than 2000's Ultra toys. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck
Oh,
off.
2000's Ultra toys
You
are
don't like
nothing
Cosmos?
but.
It's his thing.
What is Cosmos as
It's
well?
just
And
a
I can't
fucking
even.
butt plug. I don't know.
The
Cosmos' thing is
Mabius one
just
at
like
least has a spinny thing.
the Mabius one. Oh yeah.
It's got a little spinny ball in it.
Mabius.
Mabius.
At least Mabius's was like wrist mounted.
Yeah, Hikari's one is so funny. Fucking
Fucking shove that
nothing.
fucking thing in there.
Yeah, stick a tiny when fucking Tsurugi would be in human form and he just used that little thing as a fucking weapon was
Stupid.
awesome. Like that's the first scene you see him and he's got this tiny little toy dagger. Awesome.
Stupid. The Max
So
Spark
good.
was nothing. Ultraman, like Henshin toys, in terms of we're gonna talk about Ginga again. In terms of in terms of actually making money with children,
Yeah.
I don't think they started making money until they kind of almost got it down with Mabius because they had
Yeah,
like
that was
the other stuff for Mabius. He had like a couple of his forms had like slightly cooler stuff.
and you could stick the Hikari brace together with it.
All right, bye Nova. Thanks for coming by.
Oh bye.
But they didn't get it right till Ginga with the Ginga Spark,
Yeah.
and then
I mean they still get it wrong sometimes.
the D Flasher. Are you saying that the Ultra D Flasher is stupid as fuck? Are you saying that it's stupid and dumb? Are you saying that it's lame as shit looking and ugly, and it's just you just put a card in the thing and then like pull a knob and put it in front of your face or like whatever?
We for real peaked with the Z-Razor. It's not coming back from that for a while at least. That thing was too good. Whoever made it,
genuinely too good.
They should have nerfed it.
Look, I'll give the D Flasher credit that they managed to toyetic. They managed to make the original D Flasher, whatever it was called,
which I think was just the D Flash.
Whatever
D Flash, I don't know.
They made the original. They actually made that somewhat toyetic enough. With the
Yeah,
car, I know they had to struggle with that. They're like, what the fuck?
yeah, when they got like, because with the spark lens, like you kind of that's quite easy to understand.
Look,
Like
the USB
you
thing
just
was actually pretty smart.
that was a good take on it. Like that's a good shape to work with. Dinah's thing fucking sucks. It's
What are they gonna do for
ugly. It's
fucking
awful. It's tiny.
Gaia?
With the Splendor, the newest Splendor,
Gaia!
Gaia. Fuck, I can't wait for that. And I'm actually wearing my Tiga Dinah Gaia shirt right
Get
now.
out.
Funny enough, which
What are
is
you, a
how I was
Gaia?
able to remember what the Splendor's called.
Only Gaia fan.
I'm,
That's actually, I'm a fan of Gaia.
yeah,
Never watched an episode, never going to.
No, I'm a fan of what I think Gaia is like from watching Flowers watch it.
I love Gaia that I made up in my head.
Yeah, that's awesome. Fucking incredible show.
Look, for the record, I'm not saying anything about Decker.
Oh yeah.
Like in terms of quality, I just think that the dick flasher looks kind of dumb.
It's a bit much.
It's just
because they had to the
ugly.
face thing and the flip up diamond was like the only thing the Light Flasher had going on. So they had to keep that, but it has to have something to it. So like but it has to be deep enough to accommodate a card, but still be a face.
I think
they really
I would like it more if the pose for it was pushing it up like normal and not like putting it in front of his
holding
face.
It. That is bad. I don't like that.
It doesn't cut a good silhouette.
No,
and he's got like his elbow jutting out, and it's like
or like because it's right there, so he has to like really tuck his arm in.
It does not cut a good silhouette.
No, it's weird because he does the whole holding it up thing first, and then puts it back
down. And then he pulls it back down. I'm like, what are you doing?
Why? That's weird.
No, put it back up.
The trigger pose was nothing. Actually, I can't even remember.
Was it? You just pull. I mean, Tigo's is also just. It was just whatever. Tigo was nothing.
Yeah, but it's different with Tigo.
Yeah, because
that was back before they were doing anything.
It's before we were trying to sell toys.
Yeah. Again, the Zed Riser, too good. Face first, then in the air. It has to end in the air just to look cool. It's fine. I like it. I like it a lot more than the Gut Spark Lens. Fuck that.
Gut Spark Lens.
Ugly, stupid, and I don't like the voice.
Trigger.
There are no Rube Gyro fans in the chat. Okay.
Rob is.
Yeah. No, Rob was the one asking.
You don't like pumping that fucking shit like an idiot?
Doing the workout with it. The fact it's 3 times.
It's
a bit much.
It's so funny.
Also, that blue that it's made of is the most this is a plastic toy thing that any transformation device has ever been made of. Ever. I actually think like the action is fine, the crystals are boring.
That's like the same blue as Orb stuff, kind of.
Is it?
No.
Okay, but like the shape and the plastic.
It's not the
fact
best.
It's got the pin readers right in the middle. It's like it's kind of a whole combination of parts.
This is what Donbrothers Goku should use.
Oh,
is any big fans of the Taiga
Rob
thing?
Calling it now, Rob. The what's it called?
How the fuck should I know?
It's got Tiger's name in it, doesn't it? Because there was that whole thing in Ultra Galaxy.
The Bonds.
The Tiger Spark.
The Tiger Spark.
Yeah, there you go. Rob likes it.
Wow, what a shock.
What surprise?
I'm looking at it now. Like it doesn't look bad or anything. The way that it works is so bizarre to me. In that you like grip and cover the actual object. I bet it feels cool to use. I've never used it, so I guess I wouldn't know. It feels.
I guess because it looks weird. I think it would feel fun because like you grab the things and hold it in one hand, then put that fist in the other hand,
Is that how
Is
it
how
works? I
they.
thought it scans it through your hand or something.
It does, but I think you don't hold it with the hand that scans it.
Oh, what?
Is what I might be wrong. Like you press the thing, and then like you take it with one hand, and then you hold the hand with the wrist thing on it in front of. Like you put your fist in the other hand. Is the picture I have? I might be completely wrong
I have
about
no
that.
fucking.
Admittedly,
I have no fucking.
that's the image I have in my head. Is you hold it up behind the other hand instead of holding it with the one hand. Oh, you do. Okay,
You hold it with. Okay, okay.
that makes more sense. Although, but then whatever. It looks fine. It works weird. The items are ugly.
They're a
Is
little.
my
They're a
review.
little ugly.
They're a little like the lets are fine.
The G riser is cool. The thing that
Yeah.
turns me off about this is the actual
Is
image quality.
is it the
The thing
I
that,
think I know what it might
yeah,
be.
it's the noise it fucking
Oh,
makes.
it's pretty nasty. It's pretty unpleasant. It does put me off.
That turns me off a lot.
It's a real scrunch.
That was a big turnoff about the build driver. It
build
still
driver is
kind of bugs
noisy.
me about it. I've mostly gotten used
It's
to
a
like
little loud.
I've seen like displays of the toy, and like the scanning is fun. It looks cool to use, but like when you pull the trigger and that fucking gear fucking explodes, it's like
Threads.
no thank you.
Because it's so like there's no like tolerance in that motion. It doesn't keep spinning after you do it. Like you pull it, it spins as much as you pulled it, and that's it. So like
Yeah.
the teeth of the gear just fucking
They just
crunch
crank.
as it goes around.
This
It's
is a
nasty.
same disgusting problem that they had with the the Gokai Cellular.
Oh god, yeah, yeah, yeah.
When you
that
pull
thing.
the trigger on the Gokai Cellular to like make to give it the appearance that it's actually scanning downwards, there's a gear system that is just so horrendously loud and obnoxious.
Yeah.
And it's so loud and obnoxious that it actually is too loud and you can barely hear the toy actually talk. Because it doesn't wait for the gear to go. Like, it doesn't finish. Like, at least the build driver, it only goes over the like the din 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 shit.
Yeah.
The Gokai Cellular doesn't have a waiting period for that kind of shit.
No.
So when you try to do it, it just it's all you can hear. You can take it apart and take that gear or spring or whatever there is that's causing that out. I've never done it, but you can do that to like solve the problem. The Genesis driver also had that problem.
It's rough.
That problem was rough
driver.
because it would push it back outwards when you pull
the
trigger.
Like you push it in and let it go, and it goes like across.
Yeah, bad design.
Yeah, I don't know. I think because like Rob was saying, the Alter Ring has a similar loud fucking motor.
I think the original Kuga.
The original Kuga one is not the best for that, but I think Agito's one is weirdly worse
because I think it had 2 in it.
Oh god. Oh,
triple flashing. Whatever they called the DX toy that wasn't the Alter Ring.
Yeah, I think it was just the triple flash.
They called Kuga something stupid too.
Did they?
I think so.
I should know. I have the box. Yeah, I don't know. I think putting motors in them is always a bad idea because it always does that. Which is why they haven't done that since like Drive, I think.
The triple flash transformation belt Alter Ring.
Alter Ring.
It holds the seed. It holds the seed of Agito. Yes. I got some fucking seed Agito right here. Yeah, Black Belt was awesome. They're re-releasing that, aren't they?
I think so. Yeah, the one that when the color, like the specific lights that flash when the transformation happens, activating it.
Yeah.
What a good idea that was.
They're re-releasing it with like DVD copies of like the first 2 episodes of Black, so you can actually do.
Oh, that's awesome.
The thing. Oh, they called the Arkle Sonic Wave in the DX line.
Oh.
The Sonic Wave transformation belt Arkle.
That's fucked up. That's weird.
Yeah, I knew they
That's
called it
not
something
right.
stupid.
Sonic.
Sonic
Whatever.
Wing.
Sonic. They did. Yeah, I remember from the command. I never knew
Uh,
that was supposed to be like a fucking prefix.
yep, that's what they called it.
Ugh.
It was years ahead of its time. It was
Yeah.
crazy. I
So
don't.
far ahead of its time, they never did that again.
Probably because it's probably expensive as fucking hell to put those sensors in that thing.
Yeah, I'm sure. Plus, we don't really do transformations like that.
No.
Like that, what like showing the close up of the belt and like the stock footage is not really a thing.
It was probably expensive as hell, and I think I don't think that was a Bandai product. It was whoever had the license before Bandai.
Yeah, it's not really Bandai's
Because
thing. And yeah, you
Bandai
couldn't
got
do
a
it.
hell of their shits in the new year, in the new millennium, right?
Yeah,
I think starting with Kuga, I think Bandai started handling
yeah.
my nuts.
The Cougar toys are so funny. Whenever we watch those commercials, I'm always like,
They made a toy of that.
they had no fucking idea what to do.
No,
Clueless.
They made a toy about that. That's cool.
They had the little remote control,
ZO?
the bike.
Uh-huh.
The fuck did they do for that?
Sofubi's.
Oh, the phone, literally.
They should have just released Ichijo's fucking rifle.
Yeah, Jesus, they did release the. I'm fairly confident they released the gun.
I think that was just a joke. I don't think that was an actual Bandai product.
I don't know.
They did
It would be dead easy.
The
I'm
DX
sure.
or the CSM came with Ichijo's phone though.
It did, yeah. The old remote control. That's what I'm saying. The Oh, I can't remember the name of the bike. That's terrible. Beat Chaser. Yes.
Yeah, Beat Chaser.
The remote control one of that came with Ichijo's phone that controlled it, like the remote control V-Rex.
Oh, dumb.
And it had some voice lines, I think. Godayusuke.
Godayusuke.
The Tri-Chaser. Fuck, he had two, didn't he?
Yep.
That's right.
The Beat Chaser and the Tri-Chaser.
The 2000.
Beat Crosser and I don't remember.
It was the Beat Chaser and the Tri-Chaser. They had a song about the Tri-Chaser.
Beat Chase my
No,
ass.
they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Never happened. Never happened. The Cougar songs aren't real.
Those literally didn't happen.
They, for real, are made up. And yet, they're all quite good.
The Bonds.
It's the Bonds.
I'm looking at the fucking, like, 250 by 140.
That's so funny how small that is. I'm having a bit of trouble with the Bonds.
The Bonds.
What's the matter, Trey?
What's the matter, Trey? So we should do a fucking run of that in the English dub.
Oh God, yes.
Y'all gonna have to make. See, here's the problem with that is that I'm gonna people are gonna be like, this is actually good. Like, not that it's bad. Like, I'm worried that we're not gonna have the correct amount of fun with it. And I'm worried that it'll be like people will be like arguing about if it's good or not as a dub.
It's fine.
Not. It's fine. Not. It's certainly not
award-winning. No.
What's the matter, Traeger?
The thing
you get the feeling that nobody's really particularly trying or taking it seriously.
No, which except for Trigger's actor, which is weird.
The Bonds.
Actually, except for that.
That's okay. Yeah. There's literally no way you can deliver that line correctly.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's no good fucking way to do it. But that whole bit, like, what's the matter, Trey? Everything up to that, he's actually going for it, and it's quite good.
It's like he heard the other guy give him that dialogue and was like, "Oh, we're being stupid today, huh?" Okay.
Like, he kind of sells it, despite what he's saying is like, you're praised as Ultraman number 6. Who calls him that? By the way, that's dumb in the Japanese.
Calls him that.
Who in the land of light is calling him
Ultraman
you're
number
not
6?
There. Who around? That's such a fucked up thing to call somebody.
Hey,
human number 6.
Ultraman number 6.
They're all Ultramen.
No. Some of them are just guys.
Some of them are just guys, men.
Some of them are just people. We gotta do the Ginga S movie dub because that shit's crazy. I've never actually heard it, but I do remember that Robin Flowers and Skills fucking cried and shitted and fucking threw up at the movie theater watching that shit.
Okay, but what? Okay, but what are they? What's the species then?
They're ultra.
They're ultras.
They're just the ultra people.
The ultra people.
Ultraman is a title. They're not all Ultramans.
No, some of them are ultra women.
Because fucking Zoffy isn't an Ultraman.
He isn't. That's right. He's
above Ultraman.
Or father of Ultra, but that's like
okay. We don't really like in canon. We don't really draw attention to the fact that Ultraman doesn't have a name.
Yeah, it's kind of a whole thing.
The lore is that Ultraman Hayata came up with Ultraman in the original series, and that Ultraman himself, and then he brought that back to the Land of Light after his time on, like, he brought that back to the Land of Light after his time on Earth, and they adopted it as like a moniker for their warriors, or like something to be like a respected thing, like as a sign of like as a sign of his bond with like an Earthling. That's why like that's why Mabius makes a deal out of like being called an Ultraman, because it means something. Like it means something. Like being Ultraman Taro is different than just being some guy named Taro.
Yeah, that's really funny, and also doesn't work at all if you interrogate it a little bit.
Zoffy,
because I'm thinking about above. Like he's more than that.
But we never at any point gave Man Nissan like a real name,
an actual name,
because nobody really had that kind of foresight in 1970 fucking whatever.
No. Well, I mean, they didn't with Jack either. They went back.
No, because he was supposed to be.
He was just Man.
He was supposed to be Man Nissan, and then they decided that he's not, because the show wasn't doing well. I think
showed up,
and then some dickhead kid in a magazine was like, Jack.
What if he was Jack? Because like Jack the Giant Killer, right?
I don't know if that's.
I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've seen, and it's as much sense as anything makes for calling him fucking Jack.
Ultraman King is a hobo, okay? He's not real. He's just some dickhead who lives on a fucking barren planet with Pigmon.
That's him and Pigmon and Astra, and that's it.
Shin Ultraman. Literally named his ass Ultraman Returns. They did literally name his ass that for a while.
You know what's so fucking crazy is, like, I remember learning about the fact he didn't used to be called Jack by that one episode of Leo, the famous episode of Leo. With the Ultra Brothers in it.
Oh, that one?
That one, yeah. Where they all come out of that hole in the ground, and it freeze frames to tell you who they are. On all of them, and it's like...
Yes.
It's like Ace.
Ultraman,
Zoffy.
Ace. Zoffy.
And then like, Shin Man.
New Man.
New Man.
New Man.
And that's just a name. This motherfucker was named Newman for a minute.
Hey, Titty Boy Wonder. Thank you so much for the follow. Great name.
Leo Hole?
When are we streaming Leo Hole? Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah. No, we'll do it. I still have to go around and ask people what episodes of what Toku they want for the thing that everybody got from the Donathon. So somebody wants to request 2 episodes of Ultraman Leo.
When they come out of the hole, right? Yeah. The fact that all of that is in the same episode, like it was Leo's younger brother Astra, them coming out of the hole.
He's not Ultraman Astra. He's just Astra.
Oh yeah. When shit blows up and they're all on the floor and they lift their heads up like fucking lizards. That thing where they shake their heads by turning their whole shoulders. All those classic moments in one episode.
2 episodes technically.
2 episodes, but like
who's counting?
Who's counting? We're gonna kill.
We're going to kill Astra.
There's no
time.
More time. We can't.
We can't.
They're all just standing there, just sort of rotating on the spot to show they're shaking their heads. Fucking freaks. They're such creatures in that episode, like fucking more than ever.
Disgusting freaks. Do you know who's not do you know who's not an Ultraman?
Who?
Traeger.
Is he not?
He's just Traeger, I think.
But
I don't think he's Ultraman Traeger. I think he's just Traeger.
Fuck.
Belial's an Ultraman.
Right. I was gonna say he is.
Oh, he was.
And
I guess. But we still call him that.
They still call him that, yeah. Ah.
He's Ultimate Trigger. Okay, I'm gonna pretend that Rob is agreeing with me. I feel like I remember. I feel like I remember Seven isn't Ultraman. He's just called Ultra 7.
Ultra 7. He's just difficult because he's from something else originally.
That's not true.
He doesn't.
There are some old bad subs that call him Ultraman 7.
Fuck, that's weird though. That's weird.
The original subs, or not the original, but like the subs we used to use for Taro, which were like double translated from fucking Japanese to Chinese to English, called him Ultraman 7.
Fuck.
Despite like very clearly you can hear them say Ultra 7 like in English.
Ultraman 7. That's weird. 7's such a fucking nuisance because nothing about him is concurrent with anyone else in the Ultra species.
That's because he wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah, because he wasn't going to be Ultraman. He was just going to be some other giant red dickhead.
It was supposed to be a different, like, it was just supposed to be like Ultraman, but different. Like, it wasn't supposed to be in the same.
I get why that didn't pan out because that's kind of a weird and confusing angle to take.
Yeah, it you can see why it didn't pan out, like, but like at the time they weren't thinking ahead.
No,
obviously.
But I see why they changed their minds on that because it's like, wait, this is just Ultraman again.
Yeah.
We should not make this two separate things because that's kind of needless.
My theory about Ultra 7 is that because he's supposed to be different from Ultraman, is that there's a lot. I've watched all of Ultra 7, every episode except for the band episode. There's a lot of times when 7 is human sized, and you know that his rise, like he starts human and then gets bigger,
and then goes,
or like he starts like normal sized. My theory is that 7, like in 7's, like if that lore is just taken on its own, that 7 is normal sized and grows big.
Yeah,
like Ultraman, like the lore is now, of course, that Ultraman's normal size is that giant size.
Yeah,
but I think that in the lore for 7, he is supposed to be human sized, like every other species of alien, literally ever. You know, like Zeton or whatever, or like actually Zeton's a bad example. What's that other motherfucker? Or what's that crab motherfucker called?
I know.
Baltan is human sized, and then it gets bigger.
Yeah.
Most kaiju or most Seijin do that because 7 is all about Seijin, not kaiju. There's basically no kaiju in Ultra 7, and if there are, it's because they're being controlled by Seijin. Because Ultra 7 was about aliens specifically. Like Ultraman was more about kaiju. Ultra 7 was specifically written to be about aliens so that they could use those aliens to make stories about social commentary.
Right.
Anyway, but like all those aliens start Metron, right? Metron's a good example. Metron is a normal size alien, and then it gets bigger. 7 also does that.
Yeah.
7 is not normally giant. He just gets bigger because he can do that. Because all fucking aliens can do that, apparently.
Yeah, every alien can just grow. It's the oxygen.
Obviously, that got retconned out, and now 7 is, ultra size. But like,
always.
I am firmly in the belief. I have like no evidence, like no actual evidence to support this, but I feel like it's true.
When they made him, they just had him in mind as being like all the other aliens.
It's like, I mean, everyone can do that. Tiga can do that. Every ultra can shrink if they want to.
I hate when they do it though. It's weird when any of them do it to me.
They can all be human sized if they want to.
Zed can only do it for like a minute though, right?
Yeah,
it's more pressing.
It's not that 7 is small. It's not that 7 is big and gets smaller. It's that 7
he
is
starts
small and gets bigger.
Yes.
Tiga was human sized, but like 7 is human sized like a lot, actually.
Yeah.
And his rise is different than everybody else's. He doesn't like rise. He doesn't do the rise. He does the 7 rise.
He transforms and then goes
bigger.
up from there.
Yeah.
He puts the glasses on.
Because sometimes he turns into 7 and just doesn't get bigger.
I see we're talking about the bitten guy. Yeah, I love that where they have the mismatched size fight.
Fucking funny.
Fucking weird. Weird shit to do. Guy is such a normal show. I can't wait to see that next year.
7 also doesn't have a host. Yeah, 7's also just okay.
It's always kind of weird when they do that. Actually, it's weird no matter what, but it's weird when it's different. You know?
Dan is a name he made up. I think he didn't make that name up.
He got it from somewhere, right?
No, he got the face from someone else, but I think he
got the
made
face
name
from another
up.
guy. Right.
I can't remember. There's lore about that kind of stuff, but I don't remember. I know
Moebius did that as
he
well.
Moebius was fucked for that.
Moebius was actually for real fucked for how he got both his face and his name.
Moebius was fucked for that because that episode. This is minor. This is spoilers for Moebius. Sorry.
Yes.
That episode was insanely fucked for just the casual revelation that like half of Guts knows that he's Ultraman.
Yes.
And has known the whole time, and he knows that they know, and everybody, like, they've all been in on it the whole time, and just I fucking didn't know.
Everyone except for like the
actual crew members,
actual team members. Yeah, everyone in the higher ups knew from minute one, which is so funny because he got to Earth and was like, right, the first thing you do is you go and sign on with the local defense team as an Ultraman. That was in the fucking notes his brothers gave him.
Dickhead! That's like a joke. Yeah, and then you go tell the defense team you're Ultraman.
Yeah, they were like, oh, just to fuck with him, we'll put that in. But he's very earnest and trusting, so he was like, oh, I better go do that then.
It's very clear in the lease, no Ultraman. Oh, that's very polite.
He's a real dense motherfucker.
Also, that episode was fucked.
For that whole thing.
That whole thing was fucked.
They go to what was like the dead zone or whatever.
I don't even remember.
I forget what it's called, like the fucking stage in space, and they're like, and they find this is huge spoilers again for maybe it's to stick your fingers back in your ears if you took them out after the first one. Like they find the guy's ashes, like he got vaporized.
Yeah,
and Mirai cries, and it's like, and
then they just move on from it.
It's fine. It's
not even, it's just like another episode to them.
It's just one of the things that happened.
Maybe this was crazy.
Maybe this was fucking insane. And then he got his name from a thing that guy's dad said to him about his future days.
There's like several humans on Earth that know that he's Ultraman.
Yeah.
But it's not like
from before the show even starts.
But it's not public knowledge or anything.
No.
There's just like
maybe it's fucking awesome.
Several people in extremely important, high-ranking positions with authority on aliens that know that he's Ultraman,
and didn't say
and never hold him accountable for anything that he does.
No, from the very first fight when Ryu chews him out, that time is like, you did fucking shit,
dickhead piece of shit. Like nobody holds him accountable for that.
Yeah, like, do you think Serizawa took him aside and was like, yeah, you really fucked up, man.
Listen, you gotta quit that shit.
It's so funny because like it's very clear quite early on, maybe it's that like at least Serizawa absolutely knows
or suspects.
He at least strongly suspects.
Yeah.
But
then it's like, oh, he knew the whole time. Like he was never suspicious or anything. He just knew.
He knew because Mirai told him. He went and introduced himself to guys
as Ultraman.
Like, I am Ultraman Moebius. So I'm going to be hanging out on Earth for like the next year.
It's
my
so
dad
funny.
Sent me.
My dad sent. It's so funny that he like that was disclosed to them, but they never chose to disclose that to the rest of crew guys.
His teammates, who he knew already, like he basically was involved in getting them to join.
Literally,
guys.
It's like
he recruited them basically. In fact, he did. He literally
went recruited every single one of them.
And they just never said.
It's like every time they think about bringing it up, then fucking Mirai screws up, and they're like, every time Ryu's like, if I see that fucking Ultraman, maybe I swear to God I'll kill him. Seriously, I was like, let's maybe chill.
He's like,
can we calm down?
I'm thinking of the time when like I forget what I think it was like Birdon or the horrible fucking Bemstar. Yeah, that's it. One of those, where there's one of those on their way to Earth, and Tepe's like, oh, this is a monster that Ultraman struggled with in the past. and Mirai's like, Ultraman struggled with this? Oh, shit. What am I going to do? And he's like really stressing about it, and like, oh, by the way, there's a meteor coming to Earth. We'll just fly out and blow it up. And then Guys gets halfway there, and maybe he fucking zips past them and blows it up in 1 second and leaves.
And then he gets back, and he's like, oh, isn't Moebius so cool? And Ryu's like, I will fucking kill you.
molding. Like, he fucking showed us up. What a
What
dickhead.
a
That
fucking
son of a
dickhead.
bitch. And Mira's like, huh?
And Mira's like genuinely
What?
like, I don't understand what I
What
did wrong here.
the fuck? And then Serizawa takes him aside. He's like,
Now
people
this
kind of get upset when you undercut them.
now
Like, this is before we know that
I'm
he
telling you
knows.
this
He's like, but
unrelatedly.
unrelatedly to what Mabius did, people kind of get upset when like you seem like you don't trust them.
Oh, fucking stupid. What a dumb show.
uh
It
it's
was, I
so
think it
awesome
was
how
Birdon because there was also like Tepe pulls up the thing, is like, this fucking piece of shit kaiju killed 2 Ultramen. And
yeah,
you're
I
like,
think that was
Ultraman could die?
huh?
What?
Oh, that episode's awesome because he does in fact get poisoned by Birdon's big, horrible, nasty poison sacs, which I hate. I hate Birdon
Tepe's
so
like, by the
badly.
way, this fucking bird killed 2 shitty Ultramen. And Mira's like, dead
Oh,
ass?
huh?
Yo, wait,
The
hold on. I didn't hear
fuck?
about this.
The fact it killed Zoffy is so fucked
After
up.
it killed Taro.
It killed Taro, and then Zoffy
And then it
came
killed
to
Zoffy,
bail
too.
him out, and it fucking double killed him in a row. Zoffy showed up to bail his ass out like he always
Hateful.
does, and then he died as
Hateful,
well.
hateful.
Just awful that Birdon got to do that.
He also
But then
got
Mira gets poisoned, and he comes out of the infirmary. They're like, well, yeah, but like those 2 ultras, like Tepe's like, well, he killed 2 Ultramen, but like they got better. And one of them's like, oh, so Ultramen just come back to life? And Mira comes in from the infirmary
He's like,
poisoned
that's not
for
how
no
it works.
reason, by the way.
Yeah.
There's no reason Mira would be poisoned when Mabius got stabbed, don't worry. But he's like, no, that's not true. It's by no means a guarantee that when Ultraman dies, they'll be revived. And it's like, what an awesome way to make clear that there are stakes. When in fact, I know for
There are
fucking
not.
sure,
It's like episode 4.
ever, never, ever, ever.
Chill.
1, you're not going to die here, and 2, both Hikari and Mabius later in the show get their shit rocked for real, and both of them get bailed out by the Ultra parents. Fucking Mother of Ultra saving Hikari because he's gonna die, and then Mabius gets turned to gold, and Father of Ultra shows up in
That's
person,
literally just like Taro.
just like Taro.
Do you remember
Why
when
do they keep?
Twin Tail beat his ass?
Fuck, that's humiliating.
Well, fucking Jack got his ass beat hard by Twin Tail, to be fair.
Sucks for both.
That
of
thing
them,
basically
'cause that
killed
guy-
him.
That fucking so many of like the. I know it's because they were doing like the tribute thing, but like,
Yeah.
what's his name? That fucking thing with the whips for hands that Jack.
I
Or that
hate
guy.
fucking thing. I know what you're talking about.
There's a bit where him and Twin Tail are having a fight in a quarry. Those two, the worst, most despicable fucking beasts in all of Ultraman. Genuinely, Twin
Dude,
Tail might be the most. Yes,
I hate Twin Tail.
I hate
Nasty
Twin Tail
little freak.
so much. It's actually so fucked up that he's a water beast, and it's worse when he's in water.
Ugh.
Because when he's
nasty.
swimming around and his little face is sticking out in front, and he fucking bites Mabius. Hateful. But then what?
Nasty guy.
I was like, oh, it makes sense that he's a water thing, and I thought about that logistically, and it's like, wait,
it's a worm.
because that means when he's up on land, that's like if a fucking salmon got out of the water and started walking around on its head like a foot,
and also
that's
beat your ass.
Weird and beat your ass. Fucking
Motherfucker got his ass
stupid.
beat by a fucking fish.
By a fish out of water.
Come
that
on,
fish
bro.
got up on land to kick your shit.
Jack sucked.
Jack fucking sucked. Jack is the lamest Ultra Brother for sure.
What a dickhead.
Absolute goon. There has to be one.
I feel like I feel like statistically speaking, the Ultraman who's taken the most L's ever is definitely Leo.
Yeah,
because that was literally like the fucking concept of the show was Leo gets his ass beat, Dan yells at him, and then he goes back out and he gets his ass beat again because he didn't listen.
Yeah,
and then the third time
they haven't. Yeah, then he gets it. They literally say that in the Leo episode of Mabius. They're like,
Leo lost a lot.
They straight up say that. Like, the fucking... I can't believe they called that alien Reflect Seijin. Just because he can reflect beam attacks. Fuck that guy. Sphere.
You know, Seton could do that too.
Yeah, exactly. They don't call him fucking Reflect Seijin. But, like, so he comes out, he beats Mabius up, and then they go and see Leo, and Leo's like, yeah, you need to get your shit together now, right now. And then they look at the
Now,
fucking the fucking encyclopedia they have on this stuff. And it's like, according to this, Leo
Ultimate
got
Leo
his
got
shit
his
beat
ass
all the
beat
time,
every day of his life.
relentlessly, all
Every
the
day of
time.
his life. Sometimes twice a day.
Yeah, and it's like, but he'd always get it like on the next attempt.
He'd
I'm
always
like,
get it
well, okay,
eventually, except for that
yeah.
time when everyone in Zat died. Like, horribly. Like, like,
Fuck,
like, horribly. Like,
super
everybody
bad.
died horribly. It was. And then he got frozen and his legs and arms were sawed off by a demon.
Leo was kind of fucked.
I'm not sure exactly how he got out of that one, to be honest.
Yeah,
I actually don't know what happens
somehow,
after that.
somehow he got better, but they didn't. They were still dead. But like, oh yeah, so as long as we don't lose the second fight, we're fine.
We're
We're
fine.
doing as well as Leo did.
I'm doing at least as good as Leo.
And then they do. It's so funny that Leo in that is like clearly trying to channel
Dan.
7.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
in how he's talking to Mobius, and then it gets to the end, and like he's like, you have to be able to stand up for yourself. You have to be, you have a real man.
be a real man. It's like
be a real man and
Stop
stand up and
talking shit
defeat
to
the
me.
monsters yourself. And then like Mobius is getting beat up by Reflexation again. Leo's like, fuck, I can't be pretending. And then he just jumps in to help because he's actually a bit of a sweetheart.
Dickhead.
And then it gets to the end, and he's like, "No, you and your friends are actually a really good team, and you should you both believe in each other. Please take care of the Earth for me." It's like, okay, so why were you trying to act like fucking?
It's the only way I know, baby girl.
Well, he didn't even do it well enough because he didn't fucking whip boomerangs at Mirai's head as hard as he
and then he went back
could.
home and did that shit to Zero for 20 years.
So awesome! This is how Ultras teach each other. It's like,
it's
I have
just
to
Leo.
Just Leo, just because of 7.
He's like, this is how I learned.
He's like, by the way, since your dad never raised you, I'll raise you exactly like he would have by beating the fucking shit out of you
every day until you learn how to beat my ass back. Everybody else in the Ultra Garrison gets trained by Mobius now.
Yeah, exactly.
Who presumably doesn't do that shit.
No, like they spar. Like, remember when Powered and Great were talking to Reba and it's like, we're sorry, but we're gonna have to.
We're gonna have to beat your ass.
Apologies, but time is short. We're gonna have to be rough. And then they just have like kind of a normal fight with him. But like 7 would see Leo fuck up, and he'd be like,
"Time to get your ass.
That's it.
That's it. I'm breaking your legs."
I'm fucking with that one bit where he fucking just clatters him with that cane when he's running down the hallway.
He's like, because he's like running to go fight as Leo, and Dan's like, you can't win. You can't win. You're not ready. And he runs, and he's like raging demons in front of him, fucking close him with the cane, and he tells him a shithead.
Have you ever heard the phrase "to strip the flesh from the bones"?
Have you ever heard of fucking knife alien? It's the dreaded knife saging.
Must be the wolf alien. Is a real one. Fuck me, Leo.
Can only be the wolf alien.
This might sound far fetched, but have you ever heard of the wolf alien?
And every time Leo's like, "Oh shit."
Oh fuck! What? Damn vibe Sation.
What if I pistol whipped you as hard as humanly possible?
What if? He really did whip the fucking hell out of him that one time, though.
He did do that. I don't even know why. What if I pistol whipped you as hard as humanly possible?
When he ran him over with a car.
What did everybody else in fucking MAT think that they were doing? Yeah. Like every time a monster shows up, the fucking captain just completely disappears. Like, where is he? Oh, he's out back whipping again. Oh. Again.
Once again, he's doing
He's just pummeling the shit out of the new guy.
Yeah.
And then after he pummels the shit out of that guy, Leo shows up and wins the fight.
It's weird how that works.
So I guess it's fine.
Yeah, don't even worry about it. Gen never got to do fucking anything. Because anytime a monster would show up, he wouldn't even get to like disguise himself as a normal human. He'd just get his shit rocked by Dan. Oh.
Worst.
God, that's... Oh, in the Astra episode when he like goes to jump in and stop the Ultra Brothers from killing him, and Dan's like, "No, don't." don't do it. You can't do it. Don't interfere. And he's like, yeah, I know. And then knocks him the fuck out.
Fuck.
The one time he threw hands
He
back.
threw hands back at 7.
He's like, no, I have to
He
defend
fucking
my
hit an
younger
old man
brother,
with a broken leg.
Oh,
Oy. Worst.
God. Does he
fair,
do that? Does he shoot him with a fucking plane?
To be fair to Leo, Taro learned by his dad setting his ass on fire when he was a kid.
Yeah. That's like the most fucked up thing he did, though. Like, he set him on fire the one time. He's like, you have to be able to endure the fire.
Hey, check this out, idiot. He's like, ah!
He's like, look at this clip of another Ultraman.
Look at this clip of Ultra 7 fucking falling down a mountain. Graced with
He's
fucking
like, look at this
toys.
clip of Jack getting set on fire. You have to be ready for this.
Huh,
so you know what we're going to do now? He's like,
Jared's like, what?
Huh? What? Pyrokinesis. Fuck you.
And then
all the rest of it.
And while Taro was there, he's like, what if I use this as a suicide bomb? As
yeah,
one of my
most
most signature moves is suicide bomb.
Ultra Dynamite.
Fucking Ultra Dynamite.
What a fucking maniac. Ultraman story is amazing.
Ultraman story is the best.
It fucking rocks. Because all those clips he's watching, I believe, are supposed to be happening while he's watching them.
I have no fucking idea.
I think is the rub.
You can't think about how the timeline is supposed to work in Ultraman.
No, you really can't.
Because you have to,
it's
like,
insane.
Zero existing throws so much of a wrench in any of that shit making any sense that it's impossible, because Zero is 20,000 years old.
Yeah.
And
20,000 years.
So 20,000 years ago, Ultra 7 had a son, and then at some nebulous point after that, like it doesn't track.
Yeah,
it doesn't track because his father being a famous guy, like being the famous Ultra 7 would only happened in like the last like 20 or 30 years ago, like in real time, but he was never told who his father was because I don't remember. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, the point is that like Zero being 20,000 years old doesn't make fucking sense.
Ultra's being thousands and thousands of years old is so dumb. It's exactly how Transformers is. It's the same thing.
It's fine. It makes sense until you start introducing new characters.
Yeah.
But it's like it's nebulous at the point when, like, when did this character become a famous guy? Like,
yeah,
because Ultraman arrived on Earth 50 years ago.
Yeah,
for the first time. Like, but has he been Ultraman for 40,000 years? Like, it just,
and like they already, like, they're called Ultraman whatever in like the war against Emperor Seijin, which is like before Belial got turned evil and put in prison for thousands of years. Ken, yeah, and the Ultra Congress. What the fuck were they talking about?
That the Emperor Seijin shit is Showa lore.
Moebius
didn't make that shit up.
No, which is so funny. They took that shit from Showa lore.
That's Taro shit.
Emperor Seijin. Fucking awesome. Zoffi told them all about it, didn't he?
Yeah.
He gave them a history lesson.
Yeah, that's Taro shit. That's from the Ultra 8 Brothers or whatever. 8 Ultra Brothers or whatever the fuck. Super Taro.
Fuck. Super Taro, which is nothing.
Which is just.
Remember when they did that in Ultra Galaxy, and it's like, by the way, Ultraman's story is real and it happened.
Yeah.
Just so you all know, Ultraman's story is completely canon because he can still do this. For all 5 of you who watched Ultraman.
That fight, and that was essentially just a remake of that fight. In that movie.
It was like Tyrant, wasn't it?
Yeah,
they were fighting
Tyrant.
in that.
Essentially,
who himself is nothing.
He was the first combiner.
Not that you'd know.
Not that you'd know.
Speaking of combiners,
most people remember Five King now instead of Tyrant.
Yeah,
it was literally made to be the Heisei version of Tyrant.
Yeah, except he's so much more interesting than Tyrant. You remember Destrodos and how he was a combination as well?
Nope.
Nope. I only say because whenever I think of Birdon now, I'm forced to remember that Birdon was a not insignificant part of the visuals of Destrodos,
That didn't happen.
which is just hateful. It's like Birdon, Astron, some others. Red King is in there.
No, it's not.
Well, he is. You see,
That didn't happen.
that didn't happen. Destrodos didn't happen.
We made that up.
The end of the show was actually Ultroid Zero. Was the big last fight.
Why did they do
it's not
that?
fuck ugly. They made that. Oh yeah, that's gonna be so funny when Destrodos. It was episode Z.
No, it wasn't.
I've never seen episode Z, but I'm told it was.
No.
They just bring there because Celebro's in that. Even though I was fairly sure they said that Luke.
They fucking dissected his ass.
Yeah, that they chopped him up. That Kaburagi and.
That's not his real name.
It is his real name.
Is his real name?
That's his real name. His name is
Cerebro's
Kaburagi.
name.
No, that's his real name. The card bases it on your human name.
Fuck, right, that's right.
So his name was Kaburagi, but Celebro was the one actually steering the thing. But the Z Riser just didn't know that, I guess. So it just gave him a Kaburagi
Juggler's Juggler.
Oh,
yeah, it's so funny when Griza showed up as just some random dickhead monster. I love when these final bosses is just random douchebags. That's fucking Griza. Like, that thing was terrible.
Even at the time, I remember like seeing people be like, "Griza? The fuck?"
That's like the most modern example of Griza of like the most modern famous example of like a significant final boss monster being reduced to a monster of the week.
Just getting thrown in.
But even though, like, I mean, like nowadays Zeton is just
he's just
a thing. Sometimes we put special emphasis on Zeton, but it's just
like
Zeton
in Ultra Galaxy.
Or
yeah, he is.
Do you know what the last boss of Ultra 7 was?
It was Pandon.
Pandon,
which
is nothing.
Absolutely nothing. That's so funny.
Pandon's not even the most fucking iconic kaiju to come out of Ultra 7.
No,
when you have like King Joe and
I was
Metron.
Gonna say King Joe. Yeah.
And
fucking Pandon,
and
whose most major role now is part of Zepandon.
Zepandon.
Which it's only those two because they're the last bosses, huh?
Yeah, basically.
Zeton and Pandon, and then Maga Orochi, which.
Maga Orochi.
Griza's great in Z though. It's really fun.
It's really
I
quite
love that
good.
fight.
Oh yeah, King was from 7 too.
Really?
Yeah, King first showed up in Ultra 7.
Wow. And Miklas.
King was.
I don't like Miklas.
Whatever. Windom and Miklas weren't in that show.
I don't like Miklas.
Miklas is an ugly motherfucker.
He fucking is. You know what? He's a lovely lad. But
every
the
time
fact that he's the
disgusting thing shows up in Mabius, I'm like, get out.
Yes. Every time they start talking about the capsule monsters, I'm like, please don't.
Snore.
Please don't.
It's a
Not
funny
more
joke
Miklas.
because fucking Miklas is responsible for Pokemon.
When it was such a fucking funny thing in that fight against Brogal before she got the second form that's way uglier. Where they're like, go Miklas. And it's like, that's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
You're sending Miklas out against Bogal, and then he fucking like snap suplexes her with a lightning move and beats her shit. And it's like, oh, god damn, he really like. When I was watching, I was like, he really showed me actually, because I was gearing up to watch this fucking guy lose again.
I don't think Capsule Monsters have ever won a fight in 7 though. I don't think Miklas ever won a fight.
I mean, I get why. Because they're fucking lame.
Because they're fucking lame.
You're watching Ultraman. You didn't come to watch that.
Yeah.
For real. I thought he was gonna get fucking munched.
Sevenger used to be a one-off guy that lost in Leo one time.
Wasn't the notion of Sevenger like? Because people wrote in and were like, okay, I know he lost like the 7 eye, but he
still
lost
have his
that
capsule
shit.
Monsters.
Yeah, he lost that shit all the time in 7, and he just used the capsule monsters. So what gives? And they were like, oh fuck.
And they were like, hey, good fucking point.
That's a good call. Here's a new guy.
Here's this dumb looking motherfucker.
Savenger. That noise Savenger makes.
And now he's a famous guy who also loses all the time.
Yes. Fucking Zed was so funny for that.
Mm-hmm.
It's Savenger and Wyndham, and then
King Joe
Custom. Maniacs. It's all Ultra 7 stuff, though.
It's all Ultra 7 stuff because
it's the Zero show in theory.
Well, just because when you think of like, I guess when the idea was like capsule monsters, but like more.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's the same reason that the capsule monsters in Mebius are like Nicholas and like fucking Fire Wyndham or whatever.
Yes, I was literally. They have Wyndham, and then like we can modify it.
Wyndham Fire.
Fire Wyndham.
Why?
Nothing. Why? Who fucking asked?
King
for
Joe
that?
Launcher in fucking Victory.
Oh god. Oh my god. Yeah, the Victory stuff.
Stupid.
Oh yes, Avengers 3-minute battery.
Shut up. Ultraman
They
Powered.
did.
They did. They literally did.
They put powered data in Trigger last year, and it fucking sucked because that piece of shit can't move. So it just stood there. Why the fuck did they do that?
Why did they do that? Did somebody find that and were like, hey,
I know what we can do. No, for real. I thought it was new. I thought they made like a cyber fucking. Well, not cyber because that's the X thing, but you know.
Yeah, I know.
Like they made like a digital data, and I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. And then it was like, it's powered data from Ultraman Powered.
Data ass.
From fucking Ultraman, the Ultimate Hero.
Ultraman, the Ultimate Hero.
Starring
Ninja Black.
Starring Ninja Black, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
they were like, hey, we've got Americans watching the show now. Let's throw some service in for those.
Was that why? Was that the idea?
Maybe?
Oh yeah, and they did also prominently feature Powered and Great in
Well, that's because they deserve that.
Ultra Galaxy.
They should not bring back Powered Junior. They should not do that. Is that even real?
Is that real? I don't know what monsters are in Powered, but I know they all look fucking atrocious. Obviously. That's not a thing. It's not a thing. Hold on.
You're making that up. It's not real.
Ultraman.
Jamila.
There was Ultimate no fucking Hero.
What the fuck? What are you talking about?
No.
What is that? How could you do that to him?
Let me see it.
I gotta find like a good picture.
That's not the guy. That's the normal one. I want to see Powered.
What is this?
Oh!
What is this? Oh! What the fuck?
No.
What is this?
What the fuck is this? That's
what is this?
Idiot.
What is this?
Look what they did to him. Look what they did to him.
What is this?
They fucked my guy up for real.
What is this? Why would you do this to like the most fucked up kaiju or
like the most fucking twisted thing to happen?
That one was so fucked. Why would you do this?
Oh, the astronaut.
Oh, I see what they did to it.
Yeah, no, I get it, but like, what did they have in this? They had Bolton, Chemula.
Chemula?
Oh yeah, I know Pigmon was there. I've seen that.
Powered Pigmon. Oh, I've seen him.
Powered Pigmon. Yeah, there's that famous picture of him with Jeffrey Combs. Powered Data A, B, and C, because they have different colored eyes. Vanilla, Jabora, Zambola, Pasta, Gomora. They didn't put Gomora in it. That's not true. No, they didn't. He's not there. He's not there.
Several online sources.
Oh, he looks normal, but like everything in Powered, he's fucking ugly.
Several online sources mistake Powered Jamila for the Toho monster Uchujin, a monster whom was scheduled to appear in the film Godzilla vs. Uchujin, but was scrapped for the film Godzilla X Varan. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
Do a famous online blah blah blah. Piece of shit.
Wait. Ultraman the Ultimate. Okay, powered Bolton is disgusting. Oh, no. Weird. Okay. What the fuck did I have to look at what powered Zeton looks like now because I've forgotten. Have you seen this motherfucker before?
No, I don't want to.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to show you. Despite it all, I'm gonna have to show you what powered Zeton looked like.
Didn't they use this in
Ultra
Galaxy?
Galaxy, yeah, they had all the Zetons in that, so I guess they had to.
Look at this thing.
This fucking nasty guy. Powered was fucked.
Powered was fucked.
Powered was
That's
so
why they don't
fucked.
let us
But yeah,
make Ultraman anymore.
no, you know what? They're right. The fact they hold out powered data because it's like it's the least fucked up looking design, but like it can't move because it's got like the 4 feet, so it's like a fused leg thing, and it's got those big hands with like the gun fingers, so it just stands there and makes beeping noises and shoots at you.
Ultraman, the ultimate hero.
Awesome
I'm trying to look
show.
if they actually have. No, it actually isn't. In the big Zeton fight in Ultra
It's
Absolute Conspiracy, Powered Zeton isn't there.
good. They put in all the rest of them like
They
EX
put in like
Zeton and all
every
the
different
others,
version
but
of like EX and like fucking Death
I'll,
Scythe
I
and
mean,
shit like that.
I'll
But
tell you why. It's because this suit fucking died the second they stopped filming it, probably.
Powered
Because
Zeton.
everything in Powered not only was ugly but was incredibly fragile, which is why the fights are all dog shit because they can't move.
Zeton in Red Man. Zeton with his friends. That's nice.
That's is in Redman though. That doesn't
No,
end
it's an
well.
Ultra Zone.
Okay, right. I was gonna say anything else would be very unfortunate. You don't want Redman to see a kaiju with his friends because that's
Bandai
gonna end
powered
in
Zeton figure.
Oh Christ!
SH Figure Arts Zeton. Zeton 2.
Zeton. Did you see that
Powered
post the other
Zeton
day about
Eraser.
like
What?
that post the other day about how like the reason he's called Space Dinosaur, even though nothing about him is
Yeah,
that
because they switched him with the other guy
they
that was supposed to be a space dinosaur.
yeah, who was going to be the actual last boss? Who
We wouldn't be
fucking
talking about Ultraman if that fucking shit happened.
uh,
Here's Zeton
I
with his
can't
friends.
believe. Oh, let's see Zeton with his friends.
Fucking
I
Dunkle.
seriously. Oh, what a fucking guy! The squat. Oh, imagine designing Zeton and then designing the original Space Dinosaur and thinking that Zeton should go first as the warm up.
Yep. And then just this
What?
ugly looking dog thing.
Yeah, this little fucking quadruped. That's the good last boss for the whole show that kills Ultraman. That'll do it.
True what it sounded like. The fact that they were so self assured they named it fucking like Saigo or whatever. Like they literally named it like
Yeah.
Last Boss.
Last boss. Fuck
Fucking
me.
dickhead.
Maniac. And then like the people making the show saw Zeton and were like, whoa,
Whoa, hold on.
this thing's fucking cool. Let's do this
How about this
instead.
guy instead? And they're like,
Oh, we've already gotten all the promotional stuff that he fights a space dinosaur, and it's like, it's fine. Who knows what a space dinosaur looks like? It could
it's
be
just
this guy.
space. It could look like anything.
Yeah, it could be anything.
Could be anything.
All the rumors about the last boss of about the ending of Ultraman were fucked up, which is why we've well, I won't spoil anything, but that had some knock-on consequences into more recent media, didn't it?
They made it into an anime girl. Oh, they made Zeton into an anime girl. They made a lot of kaiju into ultra girls. Ultra
kaiju girls, right?
Juggler was there.
Juggler was there. He's so funny in that.
I'm not ever actually watching that show. I refuse to.
I did go and watch the bit the Juggler is in just because I had to know.
I think I did actually see that.
Yeah, and he's like
bitching about.
He's talking to King Joe, right?
Yeah.
Like he gets an autograph from King Joe.
He's bitching about
because he's a big fan, and he's like, I got spurned by an old friend today.
Dickhead.
And just starts fucking. She was like, I hope you've had a good time, and he's like, well, actually. Now you come to mention it, and then he just fucking flips the fuck out on her. and causes a ruckus, and the others have to jump in and fight something. King Joe is an anime girl anyway. That's
King
right.
Joe is an anime girl. Hold on.
Yeah. Full stop.
Hold on.
I like when you say hold on, and I have to try and work out. Yes, I was literally gonna say,
You still
because
have
I'm
that.
thinking, I'm thinking, I know exactly what it's gonna be based on what we were talking about. But you literally got to it before I could finish saying, I bet it's the fucking
No
based on you
bitches.
having zero bitches. Yeah,
Based
it's
on you having zero
based.
bitches.
Ah, I love that. Did I make that?
I made that.
You made that. What did I make?
I don't know. Maybe
I
I
made
have it.
something.
I have it in the folder of things that I made, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's true.
I can't remember. I feel like no, I think it was you, but I made a similar thing around the same time. No bitches. That's before no bitches. Back
No
when it was the long
bitches.
form one. Before we shortened it, based
Mm.
on you having zero
Based on
bitches.
you having zero bitches. No
Yeah,
bitches.
I love that version of Anime Girl King Joe.
That's the only version of Anime Girl King Joe to me.
Yeah, there's no other stylistic interpretation of it. I was gonna say, why did they do Kaiju Girls? I know why. It's obvious why. I know exactly why they did that. But like, why did they do that?
Why did they do that?
They
It's
did
not
Kaiju
good.
Girls in the Ultraman anime. No,
It's
it's
not
not
good.
good.
It wasn't good.
Gorgon? No, it wasn't good. King Joe is like one of the better designs.
It's like the only
is,
good one.
Yeah, and the
Zeton
rest
looks okay.
Zeton's alright. I can't remember any of the others, but one of them is really bad.
Those are the only two that are memorable.
Yeah, they are. It was Gomera or Red King, where it's like just I think it's Red King with like the big sleeves hoodie and basically nothing else.
Yep, that sounds right.
Yeah, which sucks.
Sucks.
Really bad. Hate that one.
They're all bad.
They're all bad, but like King Joe is at least. I feel like the people making the King Joe one understood something that they didn't with the rest of them.
Yeah.
King Joe, it feels right.
You'd be right twice a day, kind of shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like with that, and I guess Zeton is the easiest one because Zeton has
got big old boobies.
Yeah, which is so funny as a design choice.
Okay.
Is it Jamila Girl?
No, that didn't happen.
That's
That didn't happen.
That's
I don't actually remember that. There was I know that there was the fucking commercial where they put her in a dress with Mother of Ultra.
She's a fine woman.
She's a fine woman.
You know what? Because we mentioned Ultraman Ken earlier.
Woman. Yeah,
I just want to voice a thing that's been in my head. You know how Mari, Ultra Woman Mari, is
Mary?
in that? Mary, one of those.
I think it's Mary.
Mary, I don't remember. It's one of those two anyway. How she's there and she has the hair things like the pigtails.
Yep.
Already, I think it would have gone a long way to making her feel not like Mother of Ultra if she hadn't had those, because they are not a part of her.
No, they're
like
medals,
right?
They're medals for her service in the war as a medic.
Right.
Or some shit like that.
It's something like that. She was awarded those.
Yeah.
And I think it would have been just a nice touch to pair with Ultraman Ken
with his
if she hadn't had them. Yes, with smaller horns and no sideburns. They were so funny for that.
Oh, stupid movie. It's a fine woman.
She's a fine woman. She'll be my woman.
No.
Based
on you having zero bitches.
Based on you, Belial, having
zero bitches. Going into prison forever.
Yes, go into a.
Is he dead? He's dead, right?
Belial.
He's like dead forever, right?
I mean, he's still dead. Yes. There's Belly a Rock, but that's it.
Yeah, that doesn't count. That's just that's a separate thing.
That's a little beast.
It's a little beastie.
With Belial's face on it. You didn't tell me you
had a fucking beast in your home.
Jeed seeing Belly a Rock, presumably.
Oh fuck.
Hey, What the fuck?
Oh fuck
This
no!
red bastard's got teeth.
Oh teeth.
Well, well, the thing is that he is back now technically because
All right,
Ultimate Tartarus went back in time and pulled him out from before he got
but that's early
ray-blooded.
style.
Early style Belial. We don't get fuck hands Belial anymore, which is fine by me.
That's funny. I forgot about that.
And there
He's
was
technically still there.
yeah, and there was imitation Belial in Tiger with his banana fingers. Didn't happen. And his weird little crest.
That didn't happen.
That was also some kind of beast.
Oh fuck. That didn't happen.
Oh fuck. That did not happen. But he was there.
Nothing in Taiga happened.
That's true. Rob can confirm.
Rob can confirm that everything in Taiga happened in real life.
Yeah, it's true that Tiger was a documentary.
Taiga was a documentary.
Rob filmed it, I think.
I think so.
Early style Belial kind of doesn't look very good.
It looks pretty bad because it's like it was just like a thing.
They just made that to have something to show before he got turned evil.
Yeah.
And he weren't really supposed to look at it for that long, and then they just used it for what Jeed actually looks like as well.
Jeed looks like, except the eyes are different.
No, the color time is different.
Oh, right.
And everything else is the same.
Yeah.
His is the Jeed shape, but otherwise, pre-fusion Jeed looks exactly like that.
That's why they never show it, because it looks
bad.
It's not like when Jeed was coming out and we were like, wonder if his final form will be like Orb, where it's his true, like, original form.
Yeah.
Taiga, or Jeed never gets his original, like, he never gets to fight in his original form, because his original form sucks.
Yeah, I don't even know how he would transform into that. Like,
yeah,
just force of will, I guess.
I guess.
Also, it double sucks for him because his color timer is a rectangle, but it's still in the pattern design for a round one, so it looks even worse.
Oh yeah.
So you're never gonna see that.
Never gonna see that.
Ace.
At least Trigger early style was meant to be seen for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, they designed that to be looked at.
I feel like I've actually seen that Trigger more than the clown one.
Yeah.
Because I hate looking at it and I hate Trigger.
Trigger is such a fucking nuisance. It's because it's entirely motivated by the fact they killed off Belial the year before, and then were like, wait.
Oh shit. Now what are we gonna do?
Wait. Well, not the year before because it was Rube after, and then they had Dark Orb. Orb Noir Black
legend.
Fucking, I love that guy so much.
Belial's helmet is reminded Zirth. Fuck, is that true? I have no idea. I'll believe you because I think that's funny.
No, that cannot be true.
When is that guy going to show up in Ultra Galaxy?
He's in the current. He's in.
Is he?
Yeah, he's in it.
Him and my man Nice.
Him and Nice and Boy are all there together.
Boy.
Ultraman Boy.
Ultraman Boy.
It's so funny that actually Zeoth being there is fine, but Nice being there is fucked up because that guy is textually not canon.
He is.
He is now.
He's in stage shows and shit.
He's canon now.
Yeah.
Oh, stage shows also are not real.
Yes, they are. No. Not true.
Nothing that happens in stage shows.
Canon.
It's not. It can't be. I refuse.
It is canon.
It isn't, except for the times when it is.
The fuck is Ultraman Shadow?
Ultraman Shadow is nothing. It's evil Zeoth, but it's also not an Ultraman.
Ew. Oh, I've seen this before.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
It's just like color balance.
It's black and gold Zeoth.
I didn't realize it's like yellow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's pretty nasty, but it's just a robot, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, like fucking fake Dinah.
Yeah.
Or fake 7. They do that a lot, actually. Where they make a robot copy of Ultraman and then it doesn't work, and they're like, "Huh? Who would have thought? Robots are bad."
It's yeah, you could be forgiven for not knowing that Zeoth is supposed to be a funny guy in Zeoth 2, because it's not really a comedy.
He wasn't a funny guy until he started dating Ultraman Nice.
That's true. Now it works.
Now he's a funny guy, but like
Rob,
he was shut up. He was supposed to be like, I don't really know anything about Zero too much, but it was supposed to be like a serious, like not like serious, but like, you know, a self-respecting project.
Yeah, but it was a bit jokey.
It was a bit jokey.
It was
Yeah.
tongue in cheek.
It was tongue in cheek.
Like,
but then then they just threw him in with Nice, who was just literally like the commercial guy or something.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he literally, it's like all his episodes are 1 minute long because it showed up in the commercials for during while Tiga was on. I
thought it was Moebius.
I think it's Tiga. I might be wrong.
I don't know.
Yeah, the first is a comedy and the second is normal, which is weird because Zeus is still a freak.
Doesn't he transform?
He does transform with a toothbrush, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Dan is in.
Nice has the candy.
The chocolate, yeah. Dan is in the second one as well as the new captain.
No, he's not.
He is. Well, he's not Dan. He's someone else. His name is something Ban.
That's like when Hongo's fucking actor showed up in Agito.
In Agito, yeah. Yeah, as the police commissioner. Or whatever.
Hey, dickhead.
The thing is, he's like, oh yeah, I'm what such and such ban, and then he's just like the normal captain. Then till right at the end, when Zeus beats Shadow by doing like a
thing,
it's like a flip or something, like a fucking knee drop. He hits him with some kind of thing, right?
And
then at the end of it, like they're sort of winding down from the fight. No one knows that guy's Zeus, and like Ban goes over and he's like, "You need to teach me that kick move sometime," because it's like, oh, he is Ultra 7.
He is Ultra 7. Thoughts on Naos? Naos is the greatest show that no one's ever seen.
Yeah.
That's not true. Naos is not with you.
No.
It's just boring and mid.
I remember you talking about this the other day. It's like when people start, because they're subbing Naos, aren't they? Or something like that. They're releasing it in some form. Right?
It'll be on Mill Creek eventually, I suppose.
Yeah.
Everybody will watch it and be like, wow, this is not worth my time.
That's what I remember you saying. It's so when Zeus was in those reboot voice dramas, like he showed up, not Zeus, Naos. When Naos showed up in those, when he showed up, that was fucking weird. When out of nowhere in Absolute Conspiracy, Naos and 721 showed up. Because those guys should not be able to exist with anyone else because they are literally just remakes of Ultraman. And 7.
I mean, yeah, Naos isn't bad. It's just kind of bland. It was really short. It's just there. It's inoffensive. If you're really jonesing for some Ultraman, it's there. The song is pretty good, but like
it is the music and
it's not like good. It's not like I think it's bad or like you need to avoid it, but it has. I haven't finished all of it, but what I watched of it, it had like nothing to offer pretty much that you couldn't find from something else that's better. I guess if you just wanted the most cut and dry Ultraman shit you could find that isn't Showa, Naos is just pretty simple Ultraman. So simple that it's boring as hell. But it's like whatever. The suit design is nice. 721 is there.
721 I really like.
Isn't the main dude Kageyama? Oh, I have no fucking idea. I sure hope that's not true because that's insane.
I don't want that. I don't want to think about.
Naos was supposed to be the Heisei revival, but TV Studios, the sponsors, rejected it for being too much like Showa, so Super went back and made Tiga. Yeah, I could see why they would do that.
Yeah,
I could see why.
I see why they would say, "Hey, this is just boring," and you've done it.
Imagine if.
Remember last time you tried to remake Ultraman with the Return of Ultraman, and it didn't do well. Why would you want to do that again?
It's like instead of Kuga, if they just came out with like the next or the first, and they were like, "Yes, that's it," and there was something else to back it up, and it's like, "Yeah, okay, no,
sure,
no, thank you, we're good actually."
Yeah. No, we don't
think we really need that. Like, if something goes on a hiatus for that long, you can't just be like, all right, and now we're just going to redo the same thing we did the first place. Why do you think this shit was on hiatus, son? People don't want to see that shit no more.
They were done with it.
They were done with it.
Oh, yeah, but when...
80 was ahead of its time.
When Neo shows up in the reboot voice dramas, they they hype him up for
They
real.
hype everybody up.
Yeah, but they
But
were
they're
like,
like,
oh
oh
yeah,
fuck,
Neos.
it's
He's like,
Ultraman Neos.
they were like, he's part of like the special elite, even within the Ultra Garrison. And it's like the
No, he's
fuck he
not.
is. The fuck he is.
What? He was
He was well,
Tiger?
huh? Hi.
Oy. Now,
Yeah, now Ultraman is just doing the same
now
thing.
that's unfair, because to suggest that
Well,
Trigger is the same as Tiga would be a
no,
gross disrespect
very
to Ultraman Tiga.
Tiga. Yeah, new generation Tiga. Don't forget.
New Generation Dino. Is it
Well, that's
actually
fine because
called
no one
that?
has. I don't know if it
It's actually
is.
called Ultraman Decker New Generation. Is it?
I don't know. The difference with Deca and
Hold on.
Trigger is that no one gives a shit about Dyna to begin
No,
with.
it's not.
It's not called New Generation
The
Deca.
actual title of the show is
Dyna.
Ultraman, like Trigger. Okay, Trigger. The actual title of the show is Ultraman Trigger New Generation Tiga.
Yes.
The actual title of Ultraman Decker is Ultraman Decker.
That's it.
Because
yeah, it is
that
very
is
telling.
pretty. That is pretty telling. Again, not disparaging Trigger too much, but obviously they realized that some things did not work.
Yes.
Dyna's very beloved in Japan. I don't believe that.
That's no way. Well, I guess no, he is in a bunch of
stuff. You say that like fucking Tiga isn't.
Yeah.
Like Dyna's not more
I am
beloved, or at least as beloved as Dyna. Like, it's fucking Trigger. I mean Tiga.
You know, I don't know how I feel about Trigger, really.
I know how I feel about it. I mean, didn't watch it.
Yeah, I mean, you will recall from when I was watching it that my feelings sine waved up and down a fucking lot. And there were various points, both early on and a little bit later, like towards the end, where I was like, no, I like this show. And then it ended, and I was like,
didn't like that.
I didn't like that.
Maybe we would feel the same about Trigger if we do a Revice, if we forced ourselves to watch it every week.
Yeah,
if instead of sitting here and watching Revice every week, if we watch Trigger every week, maybe we'd be like screaming and fucking crying, throwing up about actually I can't really finish the sentence.
Yeah.
Not like nobody's excited to see New Generation Dyna. Yeah, I mean, but obviously they don't want to. Obviously they learned the fucking pitfalls of marketing it as New Generation. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, like they immediately they figured out.
It definitely lowers your expectations, I think.
Yes. To not have it be directly compared to a very beloved and iconic piece of the franchise.
Even like
it's just not as good.
When Ultraman Trigger was announced and we heard the title Ultraman Trigger New Generation Tiga, with Tiga being so prominently in the name, it certainly raises your expectations quite high, regardless of the actual quality of the show, which is not what we're here to debate, which we all have our own opinions on.
Yes.
By having that subtitle so prominently, and I don't know, I haven't seen a lot of the stuff for Decker, but it doesn't seem like Dyna himself has been showing up a lot in the promotionals or the toys or whatever. And I feel like in Trigger it was literally like, this is Tiga 2 kind of shit. Even the promotions, they would show Tiga and Trigger and stuff.
They would literally show the old toys, wouldn't they?
Did they do that? I don't remember that well.
In the commercials, it started, the first thing you see is the old Spark Lance and whatever the fucking Guts gun was called. And it would then transition into being the Spark Lance.
Yeah.
The Guts Spark Lance, which is fucking demented. That's such a bad idea.
They're obviously going a little low-key this time and not trying to inherently draw those comparisons of this is Dyna 2! Because it's also the sequel to Trigger. Except we've made that pretty clear that we're not really going to follow up on anything from Trigger.
No.
By literally spending the majority of the first episode, literally just that guy literally just stood there and stared at the camera and explained why characters from Trigger aren't going to show up.
Yeah, I didn't even consider that, but it's a lot of them left.
A lot of them, basically everybody from the last season left Earth to go to Mars or whatever, and we crashed Nurse Dragon and it blew up. And also, by the way, aliens have created a giant fucking bubble around Earth, so they can't come even if they wanted to.
Yeah.
I think he literally said like we couldn't leave Earth even if we wanted to, like we couldn't travel from space to Earth even if we wanted to, or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's like you can't. Oh yeah, it's like not only can we not leave, we also can't communicate or receive any signals.
Right.
So we're 100% cut off from Mars.
So um, all of the characters from Trigger are not going to be showing up in this, and it's 7 years. They went to some great lengths to be like, we're putting that behind us, and we're ready to talk about this show. Like not as a judgment about Trigger's quality again, but like Dinah Decker obviously wants to stand on its own feet as opposed to trying to be like piggyback off of Trigger and its divisive reaction.
Mm-hmm. Which is a good idea.
Yeah, it seems like they're using Dinah as a basis, but is going to be following its spirit. Yeah, there's definitely less concrete shit to draw from Dinah. With Trigger, they ripped the the evil giants straight out
from Darkness Gaiden, right?
Literally ripped them straight out.
And the whole Dark Trigger,
and the whole Dark Trigger, Trigger Dark.
Evil Trigger.
No, that's a different thing.
That's a different guy. It's the other way around. It's Trigger Dark.
Trigger Dark. Trigger used to be Trigger Dark. Tiga used to be Tiga Dark.
Tiga Dark,
Evil Tiga is a different thing.
Is a different guy. It's not confusing, by the way. There's two of all of these.
At least, to be fair to Tiga, those happened in completely separate movies.
Yes,
but also to be fair to Trigger, Evil Trigger is in episode Z only.
So, yeah.
But Dark Trigger is also in that, isn't he?
Is in that as well. So you
fuck
get all
off.
of them together. So fuck them. who is what's his name? Bosco da Gama. Basco. Yeah.
I don't know what the character's name is.
Ignis, who is like the best part of that show. Obviously, because he's good.
But it definitely feels like Decker is trying to do its own thing here. I feel like they've definitely taken the response to Trigger to heart, what worked and what didn't work.
Yeah.
And they're ready to give this one a genuine, actual try. Like, not to suggest that Trigger wasn't a genuine attempt to make something good. Nobody sets out to make a bad show.
I will say I don't think they necessarily put in.
I don't really think they put that whole pussy into it.
No, maybe. There was definitely
a little.
I mean, they didn't have to fuck it. I mean, they didn't have to write half the goddamn show because they just took everything from Tiga movies. Like,
yeah.
Like all of the fucking, well, not all, but like, most of the character stuff from everyone who wasn't the human cast was.
If you already were familiar with the plot beats from Tiga as an actual character and the backstory and stuff, literally there was nothing new to chew on for Trigger because they just reused all of it.
Yeah,
which was kind of disappointing. I mean, for new fans, I can see how it would be compelling. It's the same as it was back then for new fans watching my Tiga,
which makes sense.
But for people, even though I haven't finished Tiga, I still know all these things. So I'm like, oh, they're just redoing
that.
Literally, they're redoing everything.
All of it, everything. Not from the show though, because it didn't have that kind of story.
Yeah, because the show wasn't about that.
Yeah, except they do bring out the what's his name? That starts with a K. The weird not demon looking, like this white and sort of like an alien Ultraman.
Oh, you don't know.
Like with the big yellow color tail, like the Corellioids.
Yeah, sure, that
thing. They're in Trigger for 2 episodes.
Good.
Entirely unearned and boring and shitty.
Hey, Tiga was there for 1 second.
And then Tiga comes out in that very fight because it's like, hey, it's probably the most iconic monster from Tiga that isn't Golza or Melba. So they have Golba in the first episode.
Right, I forgot they did that.
Two kings.
But Dinah doesn't have a whole plot you can just rip.
No, Dinah doesn't have much like that. Golba did show up in that very set of episodes. Actually, now I think about it, because the episode before they're all hallucinating because the whatever is
Karumba.
like fucking with them psychically, and it makes Golba show up. Yeah, literally Golba decent is what I was thinking.
Golden's nuts.
Yeah, that shows up, and the Giants of Darkness are like, "Oh, it was a good idea to send Golba out," and then the other one's like,
Nicholas?
I didn't do that. Who?
What?
I didn't do this.
Okay, hold on.
Hmm?
I'm looking at the like character sheet on the wiki for Decker, and it does confirm that we already knew this, but Trigger will be in the show.
Oh yeah.
But we could have imagined that. It does say Nicholas.
Yes, it does.
Why?
Because there's a monsterized card for him.
That is. Why is Nicholas here? I don't need to see him again.
I know.
Death
he's
Drago,
the guy we...
Spearosaurus, Gomora.
Sphere Gomora, no less.
It,
Also, yes, you did miss the episodes.
You did,
unfortunately.
miss
Weird.
episode.
Yeah.
No, Noisler.
Ooh.
That weird dragon from 80.
Oh.
It's just some weird, ugly monster from 80. Did Daiji die yet? Nope, not yet.
No. He killed.
Wake
no,
up.
Vice didn't die either.
Wake up, Decker.
Wake up, Decker.
Wake the fuck up, Decker.
Wake up, Decker, you fucked up big time. Yeah, he killed the Geist Man.
He killed the man. I wonder if... No, I wonder if...
I probably shouldn't tell you that if you hadn't seen it.
That's fine. Ultraman Decker.
Ultraman Decker.
Decker.
Flash type.
What is with the voices that we're using for these things now?
They're not good, are they?
They're not good.
Is the thing. Like
I feel like they're trying to get people who speak English more understandably. But
it's the Z one was good. Z Rise's voice is good.
Yeah, but like Trigger and Decker's things both have like, it feels like they're trying to hit, I don't know, like an American accent or something.
Yeah,
like a
Trigger's
Western
one I
accent.
found incredibly boring.
It wasn't cool.
The Trigger voice was very underwhelming. I think it was. That's the thing, is it needs to be slightly off, I think, to be enjoyable to us. Anyway, I mean, I'm sure it's different in Japan, but like, you know, the Trigger one was just too normal. It was just too... I like the D-Flasher one immediately a lot more than I ever liked the Trigger voice, is my thing.
I don't really give a shit about either one of them. I'm not buying the toy, so I don't give a fuck.
No. Yeah, that's the thing, is we could.
Yeah, but I think I feel like they're trying to do that. Either...
Yeah.
Maybe because they're trying to do that international audience, or I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, but there's definitely been a shift from like the voice being Japanese speaking English to what sounds like could be someone who's actually fluent in English,
but
still stressing weird syllables.
Yeah, the Decker one is definitely a lot more weird than the Trigger one.
The way that the guy stresses syllables sounds like the fucking guy from the Fies movie.
Oh my god!
Hey you!
What a king! Good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Taking care of all of you is also part of my job.
Well, like it's clearly not
it's not quite
like the speaker's first language, but they are fluent in it.
Yeah. I can barely remember the Trigger voice, to be honest, at this point.
I've seen Other Side Picnic. I have not. Strong.
A lot of Revice jingles.
Revice doesn't have any jingles in it.
It kind of doesn't. I like the Gifford Rex one.
I can't hear it.
That's the thing. I like it having heard it in isolation from the Bose guy. You fucking cannot hear it in the show.
Haven't heard that yet.
objectively on its own, it's nice. You can't ever hear it, even in its debut, because there's too much shit going on. Ooh, I wasn't expecting to get impassioned when I said that. Clearly, it's
Shit.
bothering me more than I realized.
It is a bother.
It is a fucking bother because
We've
someone
reached
put
the
in work
point.
to make all this
We've
stuff,
really
and you
reached
can't
the point
fucking
as
experience
with
it.
Saber and with Revice and Zero One was
Zero
actually
One
good
did it
about
a
this.
bit. It was
It
all
was
right. It
some
was
of them got a
better
little. Some of them near the end got a
towards the
little just
end.
noise.
Whenever Toei lost their guy who was good with English, then it got worse. You know, like because the sentences at the end all actually meant something and made sense, and
Yeah.
then after a point that just didn't happen anymore, and they were weird.
Well, it's like okay, like the Force Risers was always just noise.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And like it was literally designed to speak over the sentence part of the key.
Yeah.
The shot riser
The
did
Shot
that as
Risers,
well. Like,
the Shot Riser toy is so awful for that. I love the Shot Riser, but like the gun will make all those disgustingly long noises while the key is trying to speak. And the best way to do it is I literally do it if I use it for stream is I'll cut the toy, I'll cut the driver off, and while the key is talking,
yeah,
so it doesn't do all those nasty fucking noises. But like it's just a wall of just garbled fucking noise, and then they have the audacity to like do like two riders over top of each other, and it's literally just indiscernible noise.
Yeah. Also, Mysterio, I was thinking about that literally earlier. It's like they clearly wanted to do like an NS magnet thing with it. Is the idea, because Vices does one half and Revise does both halves.
Yeah.
Because you would need two fucking drivers to do both together.
Yeah, you would need to have a friend with another driver.
Who can hit that shit at the exact same time as you for it to work properly, and that's just not going to happen for most people. So the Revive one has to do both, but that means Vice's only doing half is weird and kind of pointless.
It's an interesting toy, like theoretically, but in practice, you're just gonna throw Vices away.
Yeah, that shit's going in a box.
Unless you own two drivers, or you have a friend who's willing to coordinate with you. I mean, I'd probably really cool if you and your kids and your friend and you and your friend want to be Revice, and you can both have a driver. You know?
Yeah, that's fun.
Probably cool as hell. Probably something they should have picked up on earlier in the show, to be honest.
Yeah.
But like in practice, if you're just playing it with Rob, you're wrong.
Rob, you're wrong. Sorry. You're not wrong about the Revice jingles, but I will say that saying Saber had a consistent rhythm is a lie.
Do you guys want to listen
is
to
not true.
Do you guys want to listen to fucking
which one are you thinking
shit?
Oy, that's the worst one. That's the fucking worst one.
No, the worst one is still Zhao Dragon.
It's grown on me.
It's grown on me. I love it now, but it's still bad. No, I'm not playing it. I'm not playing it.
No, it's bad. It's bad. But the thing is, ever since I heard it in high quality, it's high quality.
Zhao.
Zhao.
Yeah, when you hear Zhao in like Bose quality without the fucking like
all that shit
tinny fucking speaker destroying, like even in the show, just like it's just like the music drowns out the voice, which drowns out the music, and it's just a vague wall of just until it gets to the point at the end where the narrator is like reading the sentence, except in later books that's also like drowned out by like
more shit. Yeah. The thing that won me over on the Zhao Dragon sound is when you hear it like more clearly, there's a really fucking gnarly drum blast that comes in the middle, and I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. Now I see what you're doing. That's good. Like the first bit is kind of not good. This is a drum I've beaten for some time, but the King Lion Daisenki jingle has 5 seconds of unnecessary bullshit at the start of it. That
it just does
ruins
random crap.
Yeah, just 3 words that kind of riding, no, rhyming,
Rhyming,
riding, rider,
rhyming,
and then the jingle starts, and the jingle's all right,
and the jingle's
but
alright.
you have to sit through that shit first, and it drives me insane because it's so unnecessary. Yeah, Revice actually, yeah, the
Well, no,
Thunder
you are right.
Chaos one
Revice is
was,
the worst
yeah,
about this.
Revice is actually really bad for it. Like they
Them,
are
whoever
just
is mixing their audio is just a fucking moron. Because, um, like if you listen to them in isolation, they sound pretty good. Like not all of them. Like a lot of them are
yeah,
crap, but like there's
pretty
a
bad.
select few that sound good in isolation.
Mm.
Most of them are just crap. But
Um,
like the crap is modified by the fact that it's just like an impenetrable wall of fucking noises.
yeah, I like yeah, some of them are good on their own.
That
The
includes John. Hers is bad.
yeah, hers is not great. Aguilera's is better.
Aguilera's is better.
I like Aguilera's more because the whoever's voice acting it really fucking goes for it on the A at the beginning, like
Ah,
properly. Yeah, that's like there's some real like that's coming from like the diaphragm, the fucking
yeah.
emphasis they put on that, and I always like it in that. Um,
Oh, even in
I
isolation,
like
like
when the jingles are like,
Revice's jingles are weak, but like some of them
yeah,
are passable. Like at best.
mm-hmm, yeah. Some of them are all right. Like a lot of the early like the form stamps are
Brachio.
like, yeah, I like some of those.
Brachio was good.
Um,
Lion was good.
Line was good.
That's it.
I like Megalodon.
Oh yeah, that I've only heard that like once. They
Yeah,
never
they
used
never
that in the
fucking
show.
use it. Um, the Fies one sucks.
I
I
literally
barely
couldn't tell you.
remember it.
You put a gun to my head. I couldn't tell you
Yeah,
what the Pfizer one sounds like.
yeah. No, exactly. That's why it's bad. Most, yeah, it's like it's Lion, Megalodon, Brachio.
That's it.
Those are all right. That's it.
Thunder gay ass.
Um, something gay ass. I like the Amazon one. You never hear it because they haven't used Mogura, but I
Mogura.
fucking love that one
Demons is
because
good actually.
the Demons one's good. Um, Evil Sounds, the two of them that he had, they were okay.
Mm. Yeah, those were fine. Lives was
Yeah, which
not
is
as good.
Lives is not as good.
Holy wiener.
Holy Wing. Nothing. Not
Nothing.
very good. Over Demons,
Bad.
bad.
I,
It's just the Demons jingle, but like less, and the suit is worse, so I like it less.
yeah. Fucking
um,
not what's the new suit? The new guy? The dad?
the stream,
The streams was good.
the streams was pretty good. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Yeah, I remember when that first came out, when Evil first showed up in the show,
No, we are not ready
and
for
we all
that.
heard that jingle, and we were like, "Whoa,
We are
what the
not ready for
fuck?"
that, let me tell
We
you.
genuinely just very unprepared for
It
the
all went
emotional
uphill from
experience.
there, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the laughing it's really good.
Oh yeah. Hey, you can buy it. It's on the shelf.
Yeah. It's not going anywhere.
It's not going
It's
anywhere. Is it?
what are you talking
Holy
about?
wiener. I mean,
It's
maybe
it's
it's the best
fine.
because it's fucking clarable. You can actually hear it.
Yeah. Window. Wingu. Winningu.
Maybe I would like it more if they
Holy,
didn't
holy.
blow his blow the budget on him not actually having a transformation sequence.
That's still so weird.
So
It's
crazy.
jarring. Just like even in this episode, just the wings come up and around him.
It's
Like
just a smash
I'm
cut.
sure, yeah, that weird stock footage thing they did for like 2 episodes when that form was introduced, and then for Thunder Chaos as well, they did it, and it's
Right.
weird and bad, and I didn't like it. I honestly, there are some Vice stamps I wouldn't mind owning just on their
I
own.
just have the $10
Lion,
SG Lion one. So it was at a
yeah,
con. I wouldn't have bought it otherwise.
I am obligated in that same way that Cena is, to get the Megalodon one at some point.
Nope.
Although lucky me that Megalodon was a DX release because Cena's going to have to fork over P Bandai for that O's one,
L.
which Huge L, enormous L, possibly the biggest L she's taken
L.
in pursuit of that little collection of O
You
stuff.
can just get the
For
SG. You just get
Buffalo.
the SG Megalodon stamp because you can't. Then you can just play the sounds without the driver,
Yeah, true.
and it's cheaper also.
And it's cheaper as well. Although I can't imagine the Megalodon one costs very much at this point. It being like a quarter one
Favorite
very early
jingle.
on item.
The best jingle ever is Mugen Ghost.
I really
That's
had to think to try and remember it. Yeah, that's right.
Hanamaru.
Anomalu
Is
Kalis.
that even DX? Is that P Bandai?
That's P Bandai for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, all the demons ones are, I think. Mogura was.
Mogura. That's rough.
Bata came with the driver, which is
Bata came
funny
with
because he
the
never
first
fucking
wave
used it.
of first wave
Oh,
of the
like an
driver.
early thing.
It was an early bonus. If you it was like a early bonus, and it also cost extra. Because there was like two versions of the Revice driver at launch. There was just the normal one that came with just Rex, and then there was one that came with Rex and Bata and a little booklet with all of the DX drivers in it, like a little history, like a little 50th anniversary history of DX drivers.
That's kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, why is 80% of Revice's DX toy line all P Bandai?
Iron Mouse has that. I watched Connor buy it for her in real time.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know. I can't like. I wish I could. I wish I could tell you why, but I literally can't wrap my head around the business decision to make.
It's very odd.
So much. I think that Toei is just throwing things at the wall to see what works. Because remember
they
how
did a million billion things for Saber
last year. Well, yeah, they did a million billion DX things for Saber, and that didn't quite work out. So maybe this year they're like keeping it simple.
That did hurt the sales, I recall.
If you look at Sentai, last year, all of the extra gears were all gashapons and candies and shit like that. There was no DX line. And now this year we do have a DX. Like, I think they're just, I don't know, trying to see if they can break some magical barrier for profitability.
Yeah, which no.
Toei has the money they can, or Bandai rather has the money that they can do that.
They can experiment a little bit.
They can take like a couple of years of L's to try to figure out if like they can, if they make more money, if they let kids buy gears through gashapon machines and in the candy aisle, or if they make more money by appealing to adult fans' fear of missing out with P Bandai. I guess I don't know. Saber had its fair share of P Bandai shit too, to be fair.
Yeah,
but it was only like 3 drivers.
Yeah, just the last 3 riders in the show. Well, 4, but you know.
Well, yeah, but it's not like
the same.
I mean,
yeah, but that's not compared to how much there was on the show.
It was Sabella, fucking
and
Durandal and fucking
Solomon and
Storius,
who are all
dickheads.
Shitty. Durandal's is the best one of those because it actually does something. Sabella's sword has no functionality.
No, it doesn't. It looks cool though.
It's just, it looks cool and it's got a button you press for the thing. It's got a little steam valve. But all the rest of them, oh yeah, and Durandal's, you take the blade out and it's got the whole flip thing, which looks awesome.
Oh right, in the movie Rider, but that's different. Like that's always just gonna be like that.
Yeah, that's always stuff. Yeah. What was that? The fucking blade driver, Mumek and
Mumu. Like
eternal penis.
But like, I mean. Sakura is a rider who has shown up every single week for the last 30 weeks.
Yeah.
Her driver is not commercially available. It makes
that's the one I don't get.
It has to be because she's a girl.
It's no other reason, but it's fucked because the driver is not complicated enough to warrant it.
No, it's not. In fact,
demons I get. I understand demons.
Demons I get because that's got some crazy shit on it.
The Demon's Driver has got a hell of a lot going on. You probably couldn't put that on shelves and actually like sell it for a reasonable price.
No, you probably couldn't mass market that. Like,
The Libra driver is normal.
it's just a two-side driver. Essentially,
Yeah, I
like
think
in
it's
terms of technical ability, it's just a two-side driver, really.
yeah, I think it's got like some kind of more complicated stuff in it because it can differentiate between stamps to a degree more than the two-side driver. I mean, the two-side driver can tell if it's bat or anything else, but I
Yeah.
think it's like
It,
Cobra and then two different sounds depending on the stamp in a way I'm not quite sure
I don't
how
know. I don't
that's what
care.
the distinctions. I think like Rex and Bat like make a slightly different generic jingle
I
than all the
haven't
rest,
even.
but I
Yeah,
couldn't
I haven't
swear to
even
that.
looked too
I
much.
no, because it
There's
sucks
there's
as
no
well.
reason
It's
that
not a
it's not
good
on
driver.
shelves. I don't know if they
Yeah.
just don't have faith in. Maybe they regret that decision.
Yeah. I mean they did a reissue of it,
They
right?
did do a reissue of it. That's correct.
Yeah. And the Demons driver as well for Over Demons.
Mhm. But I think maybe
But
they regret that decision. Maybe, hopefully, they've learned from that because, well, like it's not like rushing Cheetah was P Bandai or anything, but they did shove it
no,
in with the stupid
that's the key
the
holder,
key
right?
holder
For the
thing.
sides. Yeah. That's
Um,
not unheard of though. They've done
for
that
the
before.
tertiary rider, I don't know. Usually that just comes with
Uh
some bullshit main rider form that's gonna get thrown out the window.
um
You know,
well what
like
I'm th
Gaim's came with
yeah,
fucking Pine
right.
or Baxo
Yeah,
Bike.
Baxter Bike,
Okay,
that's the one I'm
okay.
thinking of. But Laser did die very early
True,
on,
not
so
the tertiary rider. I get the point.
no.
I get your point.
Yeah,
You are right. Not the tertiary rider, technically.
yes.
His
Snipes guess I
Snipes came with
his
his
just came with
weapon.
the Magnum, right? Yeah,
His came
which
with his
but you can't do that now because no one gets unique weapons anymore.
yeah, like Pine or like Drive's shift car holder came with I don't. It's just some random shift car. Who gives a fuck? Like
Yeah,
it
I
doesn't.
kind of
It's
see what
not
that
a
would be.
main character's henshin
No.
item.
But I guess the notion was that if you
But the thing is that it
there's
came
no
for a
reason they
thing
couldn't have just
that's
sold yeah, sold
401.
yeah, well, they can all use them. They clip on the same. So
Yeah,
if you
but
buy the Force Riser and not the Force Riser, the Shot Riser and that, then you have somewhere to keep the other key you now own.
Snipes was sold alone. Oh, okay. Snipes was sold alone.
Was it?
Apparently.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Well, I
That's
mean,
fucking stupid.
they weren't
I
that
get it.
expensive. I guess
No.
I would prefer it that way. If I wanted just his gear and I don't want to
Yeah,
buy his
yeah,
stupid gun.
yeah. It does make sense, but
No, they never sold
yeah,
weapons
it's
cache heads. Can you tell that I didn't pay attention to X8's bad toy line?
no,
Actually, the toy line wasn't bad. I just didn't like it.
no. It's a little ugly.
But like, it's like it's not like
Monkey Spike.
they didn't. There was no version of the. There was no version of the shot riser that comes with, shooting wolf and rushing cheetah.
No, which
Rushing
is
cheetah
weird.
wasn't sold on its own like flaming tiger or any of the other like random ones. You had
Yeah,
to spend extra money
to
on
get that.
a thing that you're probably just gonna throw in the trash
Mm.
to get a main character. I mean, okay, that's a little,
Yeah,
okay, but you know what
that's
I'm getting
true.
at. Like,
Yeah, no, I know what you mean, but yeah, now you come to say it. Now I
though
think
to be
about it,
fair,
maybe not.
Zero One's toy line made a lot of bad choices, also because the only way that you could get the only way that you could get Flying Falcon was the pre-release.
Right.
Flying Falcon
Yes.
only came out in the pre-release. Um, I think it was sold. I think it was sold on its own. I don't remember if it was bundled with something from Geo or not. Like that sometimes they do those.
Yeah.
But it was sold as like the pre-release, like hands-on first item.
Right.
Um, but okay, bye Rob. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you
Okay.
being here.
Bye.
We should end soon
Yeah.
because I'm tired. But like
Yeah.
you
Me
couldn't
too.
get it, like, and then like it wasn't really refreshed in the line. It was hard to get your hands on it. It didn't come with the Force Riser, which only came with Scorpion. Because fuck
Yeah.
you.
Fuck you.
Um,
Every driver except like of the first quarter ones, except for Zero Ones, were used by two guys, and it's only easy to get one of them with the belt.
yeah.
Go to hell.
Shakariki Sports, Newton,
Shaka.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bummers.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like you had to get, like you had to buy, what was it, like fucking Zero Drive?
Yeah.
No. It was Dark Drive and Type and fucking
Type
Super Dead Heat,
Super
Show Dead
Show
Heat,
Dead
the
Heat to get
Tridoran
Newton.
key,
Yeah, to get
and
Newton.
Dark Drive and Type Next.
I
Type
have.
Special, sorry.
I have. It was both.
Yeah,
It
it's
flips
flip,
up and
isn't it?
down.
Which I think, I mean, it's not Special just being generic. Type Next is just the Maha
Yep.
pins, isn't it?
Yep. It is just the mock
Funny,
pins.
funny.
And a little
And
chunk of plastic key. Funny.
yeah, that yeah, turns into the ugliest fucking form in the show.
But then like 01 had, the slash driver which showed up every single episode. That was P Bandai.
Bandai, which weird. Don't get it. No reason they couldn't have sold that.
No reason, like genuinely no reason they couldn't have sold that. I don't know why they
That
didn't.
like no more complicated than the Force Riser. Comes with one key. Doesn't have any other functionality.
No, it wasn't liquid.
Oh
It's hard plastic.
no, they have a little hard plastic shaped like a sort of swoosh of liquids, and it clacks when you.
There's a rod
open.
inside of the bottle, and
Yeah, with a thing around it.
when you put the bottle in the driver, and when you spin the handle, there's pins inside the driver that push the rod inside the bottle, and it pushes the hard plastic up and down to give the appearance of the bottles being shaken.
Yeah,
And also you shake them
will
before you put them in to make the sound that it makes in the show.
yeah. Oh yeah, the splash jellies.
Those did
I will say of the full bottles is you basically can't really see the stuff on the inside, at least on the Toto ones. Because they're all the ones after that are clear with a colored thing on them, but the first 10 best matches are solid color. And I at least can never really see the stuff on the inside unless I'm really looking.
Yeah.
The splash jellies are made of weird foam stuff. They're like juice packets almost, looks wise.
Yeah, you squeeze them.
Yeah, you give them like they've got the tourney cap that full bottles do. You squeeze them. They go in the splash driver. You press it, squeezes the sides, and they pop back out. Weird ones.
You don't even need them because they have the same pins as the bottles.
Yeah.
If you put the dragon bottle in there, it'll work, or the robot bottle.
Yeah.
And they had SD versions of those too that just had like plastic pins on them.
Yes, fuck, those were
looked
awesome.
really good. The thing about
Really
those
good.
is that there's no reason for you to need that because the splash driver comes with dragon and robot.
Yes,
There's literally no reason for that shit to exist. I don't know why you would want or need those. If
you can put them in the you can put them in the build driver.
Yeah, you can put them in the build driver,
which you can't do with the normal ones because they're too big. Whereas those ones compress down more easily. But again, they are the same pins as robot and dragon.
If you want a dragon, just
so
buy the. If you wanted
the
dragon bottle, just buy the dragon bottle, or you can buy magma because it has the same pins also.
Same pins as well. Funny for that.
Funny for that. I mean, what else are they supposed to do?
I get it. Yeah, I get it for that.
Also, they sold crocodile separately, which makes sense.
Ah, they did.
But you would have had to buy the driver to go with it.
Yeah, so if you had it already.
The limited
I was thinking of the lock. I was thinking of the lock earlier.
Yeah, when Magma also doesn't have the hard plastic because it's just, I think it's solid actually.
Yeah, it just lights up, right? Well, it doesn't light up, but I mean shines the light from the knuckle through it.
Yeah, it's hollow because it has that gimmick.
The lock bottle is the most egregious shit they've ever done, ever.
Yeah, that one was pretty bad with a season that has the duo thing. Every other time they do it, it's like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, but like this being specifically a thing you need to make the best match. And
Yeah,
like,
that
if you want to get
sucked.
all, it doesn't like not even like a gash upon release or anything. It's like no. It's like a
It's
timed
now or never,
exclusive.
baby girl.
That's it.
And it wouldn't like
Just for
if it
luck.
was some random bullshit like yeah, if it was like Santa Claus and cake, it's like I'm not really jonesing for
Fine.
that. Too bad. I don't care.
Yeah. But like, it's the
It's
dragon
it's
match.
Dragon Lock. It also you need that for Gaim.
You do, don't you?
Orange and Lock
Orange
make
Lock.
Gaim, so you can't
The
have Gaim
fucking
without.
Legend Rider matches were so funny.
Do you know
Remember when he
that?
used X8 in the movie?
Do you know that X8 and Double are the only ones that have unique bottles?
They are, which is weird.
Weird. I mean, X8 I get. I
Like,
don't know why Double had
yeah,
one. I
no,
don't know. Double keeps getting
Tante,
shit.
yeah,
Double
yeah.
keeps getting shit in lines. Also, fuck Drive. Also, fuck Drive. Fuck
Fuck
you,
Drive
Drive.
for real. Fuck F1 Soros as well. You don't get them.
You don't get them or
They're
fucking
gone.
Evil Dinosaur.
Fuck, that was insane. What was that?
Nothing.
Nothing. But like,
Evil
why
Tank.
was that in there? Evil Tank. I get those because they're the other side of the best matches he uses. But what the fuck was Evil Dinosaur for?
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
They did it for Gaming Taj
Evil
Door.
Dinosaur.
Yeah, they did it for Gaming Taj Door. They also did it for Cross.
Oh, they did.
And
Ugly. I don't even remember what the fucking. Well, to be honest, the Genom watch can burn in hell.
who gives a shit?
As far as I'm concerned,
Who gives
I have
a
a real,
shit?
I have a real vendetta against that Genom watch because that's the whole reason that Genom was in that fucking episode.
Who
He was
gives a
awful in
shit?
it. Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit?
Who gives
Fuck
a
'em.
shit about O's?
I know someone.
I don't.
I know a girl.
Yeah, I know
I
a
know
girl
a
who
girl.
thinks that episode was fucking good.
For real?
Yeah, Cena liked those episodes.
Whoa.
Do you not know that?
No, I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
Cena defends those episodes. Cena likes those episodes.
That's not true. That's not true.
It
That's
is.
not true. That's impossible.
No, it's true.
No.
You can ask
That's
her.
fucked up.
Ask her yourself.
That's fucked up.
She'll tell you that.
I can't.
She'll tell you that Kuroto something greed something owes themes something. I didn't even watch those episodes.
No, you shouldn't. They're fucking painful, hateful bit of the show.
What if AG became a politician like his
What if
parents
AG
that
became
he hates?
a politician? Yeah. What if Hina got slapped right in the face there on your TV?
Is that what
Wouldn't
happens?
that be? Yeah.
No, hold
That's
on,
why
Jackie, because now this is gonna turn into a call out for Xena.
Yeah, hold on.
Hold on now.
Also, hi, Cena, watching the VODs later.
Yeah, hi, Xena. I mean, I'm not saying anything that's not true.
Yeah. No. I get it. I don't. I'm not too cut up about you liking episodes I don't, but
Everybody
that's a
kills
surprising
Cena
one.
now.
Right now. Fuck everything I just said. You die tonight.
Now. Why is what's up with Toei and just really fucking it to O's these days, huh?
Yeah, they kind of do that shit snasty for no reason.
Oh yeah, the oh fuck. You know,
no.
I kind of did forget that there's actual people who watch the VOD. It's you know what? It's fine. You'll just have to imply what I'm.
Yeah, what the chat's been saying, from what we've been saying. Don't worry.
Yeah, I really forgot. I'll have to be better about that going forward. Speaking of going forward, I'm done here.
Going forward to bed.
I want to go forward.
It has been
4 hours.
It's been 4 hours.
It's been 4 hours. 3 hours, 56 minutes, and 12 seconds.
Now we can keep this going for another like 3.5 minutes.
Nope. I gotta edit this.
Hit the record. Oh yeah, it's true. You do.
Actually, I don't. I don't have to edit this part anymore because this goes on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
this I don't have to edit the sound at all.
Just chop it off and stick it right on there.
Yep.
Based on you having 0 bit.
Based on me, it's not night for me. It's 9 p.m. for me, but it's like 4 in the morning for Jay.
It's 3 in the morning for me.
Fuck you.
but that's fine because I have nothing to do until 12:30 tomorrow, so it's fine.
It's fine.
So it's like I still get a normal, not quite 8 hours of sleep.
It's fine. All right.
Assuming I go to bed now.
Now I'm gonna. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do after this. I have a stream tomorrow. I got stuff to do tomorrow.
I got stuff to do like next week. I got
stuff
stuff to do
like
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
We're gonna do that every time we end these streams
time.
now. It's programmed now is the problem. I can't stop doing it.
I got stuff to do. I got shit to do like next week.
I got shit to do next week. I got shit to do tomorrow.
I have a stream tomorrow. What are we doing? Oh, Somnium tomorrow, and then Iron Lung later on Friday. I think. I don't know. You know what? You guys can figure it out for yourselves. I'm not your mom. You can figure it out. I'm just gonna stop posting schedules and be like, you figure it
out. You work it out. We just gorilla stream now.
I'm not your fucking mom. I don't make your schedules for you. You make my schedule and you tell me a schedule and I'll do it.
It's Somnium Files on Wednesday. It's Iron Lung on Friday. And it's movie night on Saturday.
Oh yeah. What is the status on that movie night? Let's see.
Very good question.
I like how we say that we're gonna end and then I keep talking for 5 minutes.
Yeah, well.
Let's see. I got it right here.
I got it right here as well. Street Fighter is ahead at the
What a shot! Ooh, wow. TMNT overtook Mortal Kombat.
When I voted for TMNT, it was pretty close to Street Fighter, but Street Fighter's pulling away a little, which.
Oh,
that's fine. I'm happy no matter what wins, to be honest. So
yeah, we'll get to them all eventually. Can you recommend it? No, we've already got the movies selected.
Yeah.
If you're in the Discord and you haven't voted for a movie for this Saturday, go in. I'll post it again for you all. Back to poll. If you're in the Discord and you haven't voted, go to in Stream Talk. And the poll will be there for you. Go ahead and vote for that. That'll be what we do Saturday night. Saturday shorts, etc. Now we're done.
No, so it was Saturday. Now we're done.
Now we're done.
That was my little producer moment where I read the schedule off to relieve V from the necessity of doing that because she's tired and I'm not.
Yeah, I need a manager. I need to hire a manager.
I did promotion for you that one time.
That's right.
By being in another Discord and telling them the time and date that we do these streams and saying if you're interested, come watch.
Come watch. It's super illegal.
Yeah. Oi.
All right, that's enough.
Okay.
That's it. I will see you guys tomorrow, and I'm gonna send you guys over to Corgi, who's also playing Somnium Files, but way earlier than where I'm at. But if you haven't played it at all, no spoilers. Or don't go because there'll be spoilers. Oh god, that guy's on screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye everybody. Night.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Night.